युएको ब्याटिङ क्रमलाई रोक्ने कुनै पनि अवसर नै पाएन।
पर्सनली जर्नलिस्टको रूपमा यहाँलाई कस्तो फिल भएको थियो म्याचपछि?
पर्सनली भन्नुपर्दा हामी चाहिँ भनौँ वर्ल्ड कप खेल्न भनौँ न एकदम राम्रो अपर्च्युनिटी थियो होइन। हाम्रो आशा थियो कि हामी वर्ल्ड कप जाने भन्दा पनि वर्ल्ड कप जान जान्छौँ, तर त्योभन्दा अगाडि नेपालको एउटा जर्नीमा पनि एउटा पार्ट बन्न पायो भने चाहिँ वर्ल्ड कपमा पुग्दाखेरि पनि एउटा हुन्छ नि त्यो लामो यात्राको सहयात्री बन्न पाइन्छ भन्ने अपेक्षाले नै गएका थियौँ। तर दुर्भाग्य भनौँ त्यो जुन एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण खेल्थ्यो त्यो नै हार्न पुग्यौँ।
त्यो टुरमा अधिकांश जो 2014 को वर्ल्ड कप हेरेर क्रिकेटमा आएका खेलाडीहरू थिए, वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स खेल्न गएका थिए र त्यही टिम अहिले घरमा घरेलु मैदानमा सिरिज खेल्दैछ, मलेसिया पपुवा न्युगिनी सम्मिलित ट्राई नेसन सिरिज र मलेसियासँग झन्डै 1 वर्षपछि भिड्दैछ। पहिलो खेलमा दुवै टिमले जितिसकेका छन्। यो यङ साइडको यो खेल कस्तो रहला?
पहिलो खेलमा हामीले देख्यौँ भने नेपाल एकदम ब्यालेन्स साइड भनौँ न, नेपालको सम्भवतः अहिलेको टप T20 साइड भन्छौँ हामी न, जुन हामीले 1-2वटा गल्ती जुन ओमानमा गएको टिममा गरेको थियौँ त्यसपछि त्यसमा आएको चेन्जले रोहित पौडेल जो ओडिआईको फर्म पछि एउटा T20 टिममा आउनुभएको थियो, उहाँले पनि देख्यो कि हाम्रो स्टेबिलिटी एउटा मिडल अर्डरमा जुन भइरहेको थिएन त्यो चाहिँ अब अहिलेको एज भन्नु हेर्नुहुन्छ भने 25 अराउन्ड सबै प्लेयरहरू त्यो हुनुहुन्छ। भविष्यभन्दा पनि अब चाहिँ वर्तमान भन्नुपर्छ, किनभने उहाँहरूले पनि क्रिकेट एज कम भए पनि क्रिकेट खेल्न थालेको त धेरै समय भइसक्यो होइन। त्यो भएर अब यो टिमले चाहिँ अब 2023 को वर्ल्ड कप जुन टार्गेट गरेर छौँ अब चाहिँ यहीँबाट एउटा विश्व वरियतालाई पनि ध्यानमा राख्दै एउटा नतिजा चाहिँ लगातार दिनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई।
पिएनजीसँगको फर्स्ट म्याच हामीले हेरिसकेका छौँ होइन। सो अब हामीले त्यो खेलमा केही बलरहरू एक्सपेन्सिभ भए, केही ब्याट्सम्यानहरूले त्यति रेस्पोन्सिबल सटहरू पनि खेलेनन् होइन। त्यो पिएनजीसँगको म्याच पछि यो मलेसिया विरुद्ध उत्रिँदाखेरि हामीले के करेक्सन गर्नुपर्छ, यहाँलाई के लाग्छ?
विशेष गरी ब्याटिङमा त्यति प्रब्लम जस्तो लाग्दैन भनौँ न। एउटा सबै ब्याट्सम्यानहरूले स्टार्ट पाउनु भएको थिएन, 20-30 अड रन सबैको बनाएको, तर त्यसलाई बिग स्कोरमा बनाउने जुन एउटा नेपाली क्रिकेटको पुरानो प्रब्लम थियो, प्रशिक्षक पुबुदु दासनायकले भन्नुभयो कि हामीले स्टार्ट पाइरहेछौँ तर त्यसलाई बिग स्कोरमा कन्भर्ट गर्न सकिरहनु भएको छैन भन्नुभयो। आज सम्भवतः एउटा ब्याट्सम्यानलाई एउटा त्यो जिम्मेवारी हुनसक्छ। बलिङतर्फ भन्नुहुन्छ भने हामीले भनौँ न स्टार्ट खराब भए पनि मिडल अर्डरमा सन्दीप लामिछाने र दिपेन्द्र सिंह गरीको स्पिनको जोडी एकदम मिलेको थियो होइन। त्यसपछि एन्डमा चाहिँ एउटा भनौँ न ठुलो टार्गेट भए पनि हाम्रो बलर पेस बलरहरूले चाहिँ फिल्ड प्लान अनुसार बलिङ नगरेको हो कि भन्ने एउटा प्रश्न थियो। हामीले फिल्डमा पनि देख्यौँ सुरुवाती 3 बल राम्रो हुन्थ्यो, त्यसपछि लगातार बााउन्ड्री जाने, त्यो चाहिँ फिल्ड सेटिङ अनुसार बलिङमा गर्न अलिकति प्रब्लम भएको जस्तो लाग्यो। हामीले प्रशिक्षकलाई पनि त्यो प्रश्न गऱ्यौँ, उहाँहरूले पनि यो चाहिँ अबको पाटो भनेको हामीले सुधार गर्नुपर्ने हो, हाम्रो प्लानिङ अनुसार बलिङ हुनुपर्छ भन्ने थियो।
जस्तो अब यही मलेसियासँगको म्याचबाट नै हामीले कुशल भुर्तेल, आसिफ शेखहरू नेपाली क्रिकेटमा एउटा उदाउँदा खेलाडीका रूपमा आए र निकै राम्रो पर्फर्मेन्स गरे र 1 वर्षपछि मलेसिया विरुद्ध उत्रदैछ। कुशल भुर्तेल केही टचमा भइरहेका छैनन् जुन अनुसारको अपेक्षा उनीबाट गरिएको थियो। सो उनको लागि पनि फेरि सोही टिम आएको छ जुन टिमको विरुद्ध खेलेर उनी नेपाली क्रिकेटमा उदाएका छन् र आफूलाई प्रमाणित गर्ने पनि यो अवसर छ। हामी भुर्तेलको आज कस्तो पर्फर्मेन्स होला?
कुशल भुर्तेल भनौँ न, अब उहाँको जुन लास्ट इयर आसिफ र कुशलको जुन एउटा स्टार्ट थियो, लगातार T20 50 हाल्नु भएन, त्यसपछि ओमानमा गएर पनि उहाँले सेन्चुरी हान्नुभयो। तर उहाँले चाहिँ एउटा भनौँ न उहाँबाट अब एक्सपेक्टेसन के हुन थाल्छ, उहाँको T20 ऱ्याङ्किङ हेर्छौँ भने पनि उहाँ चाहिँ अब एउटा उहाँबाट चाहिँ लगातार स्कोर अपेक्षा गरिन्छ। फर्स्ट गेममा पनि देख्यौँ उहाँले एकदम राम्रो टस थियो तर दुर्भाग्यवश रनआउट हुन पुग्नुभयो। उहाँको त्यो रियाक्सनले नै बताउँथ्यो कि उहाँ अब 20 भनौँ न नर्मल्ली हामीले 20-21 रन ओपनरले राम्रो स्टार्ट दिनु राम्रो मानिन्थ्यो, तर उहाँ बाहिर जाँदाखेरि जुन एउटा डिजेक्सन देखिन्थ्यो नि त्यसले बताउँछ कि उहाँ यहाँ चाहिँ लामो समय रहन्छ र उहाँबाट पनि आज हामीले बिग स्कोर अपेक्षा गर्न सक्छौँ।
अब हामी पिचको कुरा गरौँ। अगाडिको जुन ओडिआईको जुन T20 थियो त्यो पिचमा खेलाइन्छ अथवा आज नयाँ पिच के छ, हामी एकैछिन पिच रिपोर्टतर्फ जान चाहन्छौँ। ओभर टु एजाज।
Welcome at TU Cricket Ground for another beautiful day. It's a slight bit of sunny, but excellent conditions for playing cricket. Well, what we have got here, the business day, second T20 between PNG and Malaysia. They will be playing here. So I hope that both teams will surely be displaying the best level of cricket. Have a look on this surface. What we utilized yesterday, lots of runs, like 180 plus, is pretty achievable over here. Curator has done a great job. And to me, there is a bit of green grass if you have a look on this and the other side as well. But this is only compacting. This is gripping the soil so that the pacers would be getting a bounce like this one if you will be bending your back, hitting the deck and can get something like at this height. So overall, it's a playable, trust on the surface, make runs like 170 plus. Is really a good total here. So, best of luck, winning the toss, batting first here, and the game will be almost 80% in your side.
थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच एजाज। र आजको खेलमा जुन नेपाल र पिएनजी बीच 2 ओडिआई भएको थियो सो पिचमा खेलाइदिएछ। अघिल्ला T20 आएका 2 पिचभन्दा फरक र आज अब ओडिआई खेलेको पिचमा खेलाइदिएछ। थर्ड म्याच T20 आएका 2 खेल अर्को पिचमा खेलाइएको थियो र सो पिचमा पनि 280+ रन स्कोर भएको थियो। यो पिचले आज कस्तो स्कोर बन्ला के छ यहाँको अनुमान?
हामीले ओडाईमा पनि देख्यौँ होइन, ब्याट्सम्यानहरूको लागि चाहिँ एकदम ब्याटमा बल आइरहेको थियो होइन। त्यसपछि भनौँ न खुलेर खेल्ने एउटा अवसर थियो। आजको गेममा पनि भनौँ न अब टस जितेर ब्याटिङ गर्नेले पनि भन्छ कि ठुलो स्कोरको लागि चाहिँ टिमले टार्गेट गर्नेछ। अब मलाई जहाँसम्म लाग्छ सुरुवाती दुवै खेलमा पनि फर्स्ट इनिङ जसले ब्याटिङ गर्नुभएको थियो उहाँले जित्नुभएको थियो र आज टस पनि इम्पोर्टेन्ट हुन्छ किनभने त्यो एउटा जुन मोमेन्टम हुन्छ टिमले एउटा बिग स्कोर खडा गरेपछि र मलाई जहाँसम्म लाग्छ आज पनि त्यही नै जुन पछिल्ला खेलहरूमा भएको थियो त्यो नै हुनसक्छ।
अब आज हामीले अघि वार्मअपमा देख्यौँ होइन, दिलीप नाथले T20 को जुन डेब्यू क्याप पाएका छन् विनोद दासबाट, यो चेन्ज देखिएको छ। अब दिलीप नाथको रोल के हुन सक्छ, के अनुमान गर्न सक्छौँ हामीले उनले डेब्यू क्याप पाएपछि?
दिलीप नाथ भनौँ न इन्फर्म प्लेयर हुनुहुन्छ होइन। हामीले पिएम कपमा देख्यौँ लास्ट टाइम जुन वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर अगाडि भएको थियो, उहाँ टिममा त पर्नु भएन तर उहाँले नेपाल पुलिस क्लबको लागि लोअर मिडल अर्डरमा आएर जुन उहाँको नयाँ रोल थियो होइन त्यहाँ आएर उहाँले एकदम राम्रो फिनिस गर्नुभयो। र त्यसबाहेक पनि हामीले नेपालमा चाहिँ लेफ्ट ह्यान्डेड ब्याट्सम्यान पाइरहेको छैनौँ। अब कुशल मल्ललाई हामीले लिएर गएका थियौँ, उहाँबाट त्यो किसिमको प्रदर्शन हुन नसकेपछि अब चाहिँ दिलीप नाथलाई विकेट किपर ब्याट्सम्यान भन्दा पनि मिडल अर्डरमा एउटा लेफ्ट ह्यान्डेड अप्सनको रूपमा चाहिँ टिमले लिएको हुनुपर्छ।
अब टस हुन गइरहेको छ, हेरौँ आज अब टस कसको फेभरमा हुनेछ र टसले पनि यहाँले पनि भन्नुभयो टस जसले जित्छ त्यो इम्पोर्टेन्ट पनि हुनसक्छ। सो अब टस कसले जित्छ त? नेपाल भर्सेस मलेसिया बीचको टसतर्फ हामी तपाईँलाई जोड्न चाहन्छौँ। ओभर टु यु एन्ड यु।
Yeah, it's time for the toss here at the SkyExchange.net Nepal Tri-Nation Series powered by Dafa News. Game number 3. It's Nepal against Malaysia. I've got the two captains alongside the ICC match referee. That's Wendell Lebroy from Sri Lanka alongside Ahmed Faiz of Malaysia and Sandeep Lamachani of Nepal, the home captain. You've got the coin, Sandeep. Give it a toss. Heads is the call. It is a head. Ahmed, you've won the toss. You're going to bat first. Why is that?
We wanted to create the momentum we had before. And of course, the new pitch looks good for us. And we wanted to make use of, the new wickets, maybe a bit bounce, and then we try to hit as many as we can. And of course, the objective is to win the game.
How big a win was it for your side yesterday? The biggest in your history, perhaps?
Biggest score in Malaysia, for in T20 and international, which is we did an excellent job yesterday, but pass is pass. But now a new ball coming in, and we try to focus on ball by ball again.
Finally, a quick word for your bowlers yesterday. They were outstanding.
Yeah, of course, Shavin, even Pawan did a little bit early on. And then, of course, we wanted to create the momentum with the Nepal after this as well.
Ahmed, very best of luck today.
Thank you.
That's Ahmed Faiz, the captain of Malaysia. We're chatting now to Sandeep Lamachani. Sandeep, you've lost the toss. I think you might have bowled first.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, the weather condition and everything is going to be a bit challenging today. You know, it looks a bit cloudy and there would be some rain, I hope.
Perfect start for you in the series. You got over the line just about. You'll be looking to continue the winning streak today?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the boys are in good shape and, it's T20 and always good to be back especially on the home ground. And, one win in the last game against PNG. Now, boys definitely would love to go with the same momentum.
Some big team news for you, Sandeep. T20I debutant. Tell us about that.
Dilip is making his debut today. And unfortunately, Lokesh is missing out today. So, yeah, that's the team.
Sandeep, very best of luck.
Thank you.
That's the news from the toss. Malaysia, they have won the toss. They're going to have a bat first.
थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच एन्ड्रयू। र टस भइसकेको छ, मलेसियाले टस जितेर ब्याटिङ रोजेको छ। लगातार उसले दोस्रो खेलमा टस जितेको छ र पिएनजी विरुद्ध पनि टस जितेर मलेसियाले ब्याटिङ नै पहिला रोजेको थियो र पिएनजी विरुद्ध 180 रन बनाएको थियो 3 विकेटको क्षतिमा। सो मलेसियाले टस जितेर ब्याटिङ रोजेको छ। यो निर्णय कस्तो लाग्यो यहाँलाई?
यो अब एक्सपेक्टेड निर्णय हो। मलाई लाग्छ नेपालले पनि टस जितेको भए ब्याटिङ रोज्थ्यो होला नि। यो पिचमा एउटा भनौँ न राम्रो ब्याटिङ विकेट छ, सुरुमा बिग रन्स दिएर चाहिँ अपोनेन्टलाई एकदम प्रेसरमा पार्न सकिन्छ र मलेसियाको जुन किसिमको हिजोको प्रदर्शन थियो 180 बिग टोटल हो र आज पनि त्यसैलाई निरन्तरता दिने सुरु।
मलेसियाको कुरा गर्दाखेरि सिंह ब्रदर्स जो वीरेनदीपले ब्याटिङमा र पवनदीपले बलिङमा निकै राम्रो पर्फर्मेन्स गरे। अब दुवै वीरेनदीप त नेपालमा आएर खेलि पनि सकेका छन्। यो हिसाबले पनि उनलाई कतिको सहज भइरहेको छ टियुको पिचमा?
वीरेनदीप हामीले इपिएलमा पनि देख्यौँ, चितवन टाइगर्सबाट खेल्नु भएन। त्यसअघि मलेसिया जुन नेपालमा आएको सिरिज थियो त्यहाँ पनि खेल्नु भएको थियो। र अर्को कुरा चाहिँ हाम्रो यो जुन अहिले स्क्वाड छ भनौँ न अन्डर 19बाट आउनु भएको सन्दीप लामछानेको ब्याचको, उहाँहरूसँग चाहिँ वीरेनदीपले लामो समय एज एन अपोनेन्ट खेल्नु भएको छ र उहाँलाई थाहा छ कि हाम्रो टिमको स्ट्रेन्थ विकनेस उहाँहरूलाई पनि थाहा छ होइन। पवनदीपको कुरा गर्नु भने सक्सेस त हुनु भएको छैन भनौँ न, लास्ट 5 गेम्स खेल्नु भएको छ नेपाल विरुद्ध, जम्मा एउटा गेममा मात्र 2 विकेट लिन सक्नु भएको छैन। तैपनि लेफ्ट आर्म पेस स्पिनरसँग चाहिँ नेपालले पछिल्लो समय स्ट्रगल गरेको हुनाले चाहिँ आज चाहिँ उहाँको रोल पनि पनि एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट हुन देख्छु म।
हामीले पिएनजी विरुद्धको ब्याटिङ हेर्दाखेरि मलेसिया जो अब 10 मन्थ्स झन्डै 1 वर्षपछि अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय क्रिकेटमा T20 आईमा फर्किएको छ र लामो समय नखेल्दाखेरि पनि त्यो टिममा त्यस्तो देखिएको थिएन। ब्याट्सम्यानहरू त्यति धेरै प्रेसरमा आएर खराब सटहरू त्यति धेरै खेलेको देखेन, एउटा आत्मविश्वासी सटहरू खेलेको थियौँ। त्यो हिसाबले हामीले मलेसिया जो अब पेपरमा हेर्ने हो भने त हामी धेरै माथि छौँ, कस्तो खालको अपोनेन्टको रूपमा लिनुपर्छ आज?
मलेसिया इन्टरनेसनल क्रिकेट खेलेको छैन भन्नु त्यो सही होइन, तर उहाँहरूको डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट हेर्नुहुन्छ भने उहाँहरू लगातार खेलिरहनु भएको छ। जस्तो बिरेनदीप सिंह भन्नुहुन्छ भने उहाँले 1 महिना अगाडि जति मात्र T20 मा 190 अड स्कोर गर्नुभएको थियो। होला उहाँको डोमेस्टिक स्ट्रक्चर अलिकति कमजोर भन्ने मिल्छ, तर त्यो 190 स्कोर जुनै पनि देशमा जानुहोस् T20 मा एकदम गाह्रो स्कोर मानिन्छ होइन। उहाँहरू लगातार डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट खेल्नु भएको छ, एकदम सानो छ उहाँहरूको स्क्वाड पुल, त्यही भएर पनि एकअर्कासँग खेल्दाखेरि उहाँहरूको क्वालिटी अफ क्रिकेट हुन्छ नि लास्ट 3-4 इयर्समा एकदम राम्रो हुँदै आइरहेको छ। र त्यसैले पनि हाम्रो डोमेस्टिक स्ट्रक्चरमा ध्यान दिनुपर्छ भन्ने उहाँहरूको एउटा इक्जाम्पल हुनसक्छ।
अब आजको हिजो 180 रन बनाएको थियो मलेसियाले पहिले ब्याटिङ गर्दै र एकदमै फाइटिङ टोटल पनि भयो, राम्रो म्याच भएको थियो होइन। सो पावर प्लेको पर्फर्मेन्स दुवै टोलीको लागि कतिको महत्त्वपूर्ण रहन्छ यदि आज म्याच दोस्रो 4 अङ्क बनाउने हो भने?
मलेसियाको लागि चाहिँ बिरेनदीप सिंह एकदम इम्पोर्टेन्ट प्लेयर हुनुहुन्छ न। उहाँ हिजो हेर्नुहुन्छ भने ओपनिङमा आउनुभएको थियो, लास्टसम्म पनि नट आउट हुनुभयो, तर उहाँको खेल्ने शैली जुन छ टिमले चाहेको छ भने उहाँ एट्याकिङ मोडमा जानुहुन्छ। हिजो हेर्नुहुन्छ भने उहाँले लास्ट 6 ओभर चाहिँ जम्मा 11 बल मात्र सामना गर्नुभयो। सायद अझै जो लेफ्ट ह्यान्डेड हिटर हुनुहुन्छ उहाँलाई स्ट्राइक बढीभन्दा बढी दिनुभयो। सो बिरेनदीपले चाहिँ एउटा इनिङ्सलाई लिएर जाने सक्ने पनि एउटा क्षमता छ, उहाँसँग पावर हिटिङ एबिलिटी पनि छ होइन। त्यही भएर चाहिँ अब उहाँहरूले सुरुमा चाहिँ भनौँ न सुरुदेखि एट्याक गर्ने हो भने पनि उहाँहरूसँग टप अर्डरमा एकदम टप 4 ब्याट्सम्यान जो हुनुहुन्छ हिजोको सबैजनाले स्कोर गर्नुभएको छ, त्यही भएर उहाँहरू एकदम हाई मोमेन्टममा पनि हुनुहुन्छ। सो मलाई लाग्छ कि अब सोमपाल र करणको जुन हाम्रो ओपनिङ स्पेल छ त्यहाँ 1-2 विकेट नेपालले पाउँछ भने चाहिँ मलेसियालाई प्रेसरमा राख्न सकिन्छ।
यहाँले बसेर हेर्दाखेरि होइन, जस्तो बाहिर बसेर हामीले हेर्दाखेरि मलेसियन ब्याट्सम्यानहरूको बढी स्ट्रगल कुनमा देख्नुहुन्छ? पेस बलर, स्पिनर, र अनुमान गरौँ कतिको स्कोर होला?
स्पिनर अब हामीले भनौँ न नेपालको चाहिँ स्पिन बलिङ एट्याक हेर्नुहुन्छ भने पछिल्लो समय जुन हाम्रो पहिला हुने गर्थ्यो, हामीले बसन्त रेग्मी, शक्ति गौचन जो लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर दुईजनालाई खेलाउँथ्यो लगातार, अहिले चाहिँ अब हामीसँग लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनरै नभइसकेको अवस्था छ टिममा होइन। अब दिपेन्द्र सिंह र सन्दीप लामिछाने चाहिँ विकेट टेकिङ भन्दा पनि रन गति रोक्ने जुन एउटा जिम्मेवारी पछिल्लो खेलहरूमा पाइरहनु भएको छ हो, त्यो चाहिँ अब हामीले चाहिँ एउटा जुन स्पिनर लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर हाम्रो स्ट्रेन्थ हुन्थ्यो अब त्यो चाहिँ हामीले पाइरहेको छैनौँ। अब हामीले प्रश्न पनि गरेको थियौँ प्रत्यक्ष बुबुदास नायकले, उहाँले चाहिँ लङ टर्म प्रोसेसमा अब सागर ढाका लाउनु भएको छ होइन, उहाँलाई चाहिँ केही समय लाग्छ भन्नुभएको छ। त्यसैले अहिलेको अवस्थामा चाहिँ पेस बलर नै हाम्रो स्ट्रेन्थ हो भन्छु।
180 क्रस होला के छ?
पिच हेर्दाखेरि अब जुन हामीले ओडिआईमा पनि ब्याटिङ देख्यौँ होइन, अस्तिको भनौँ जुन किसिमको फर्म भइरहेछ, मलाई लाग्छ कि मलेसिया बिग स्कोर गर्छ, तर 180 चाहिँ अलिक टफ नै हुन्छ होला।
हस्, थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच। हामी फेरि इनिङ्स ब्रेकमा यहाँसँग भेट्नेछौँ।
धन्यवाद।
सो नेपाल र मलेसिया बीचको खेल सुरु हुन गइरहेको छ। ट्राई नेसन्समा यी जारी सिरिजमा दुवै टोली आफ्नो दोस्रो खेल खेल्दैछन् र मलेसियाले टस जितेर पहिले ब्याटिङ गर्ने निर्णय गरेको छ। केही बेरमा खेल सुरु हुँदैछ। अहिलेको लागि ब्रेक।
Good morning to all our viewers watching us live on Kirtipur HD. What a wonderful day. You'd want it to be more sunny. It's a bit overcast, but the crowd has come in. The atmosphere is already electrifying, and we're all set for Nepal versus Malaysia. Very good afternoon, Prarambha.
Good morning. In fact, is it already afternoon? In fact, it is. See, this is what cricket does to us. Another interesting day of cricket is up on the cards. Malaysia won the toss, decided to bat first, and Sandeep said he was happy with the decision. He would have wanted to bowl first anyway.
The two captains there, Sandeep Lamisane and Ahmed Fiaz from Malaysia, the touring team. What a good start for Malaysia. They won the match by 8 runs yesterday against PNG. Nepal only one change to their side. Lokesh Baum has gone out of the team, and in walks the left-handed Dilip Nath. And it's an unchanged team for Malaysia. Let's have a look at this. Kusal Burdel, the opener. Mohammad Asif will be his partner. Rohit Paudel is in a great touch. Dipender Singh ID scored 100 in the ODIs as well. Arif Sheikh, what a strong middle order. Kusal Malla, the all-rounder. And Sandeep Lamisane, Karan Casey, and other fast bowlers in Sonpal Kami. And this is the Malaysian team.
Well, Birandeep Singh, Pawandeep Singh, both of them would be very confident, especially after that amazing performance. Pawandeep amongst the wickets, Birandeep among the runs. And the captain was comfortable with the decision to bat, despite the overcast bit of condition out here. Looks like it's going to be Karan Casey to open the bowling for Nepal, Sachin.
Karan Casey, he was the czar move of the match. Dhruvanat Subedi and Vinay Kumar Jha will be the two umpires. In fact, it's the other umpire, Buddhi Bahadur Pradhan, who is the umpire.
And Wendell Laveroy, the match referee for this series. Sachin, interesting fact about these two sides. In the recent 5 head-to-head matches, Nepal have secured 4 wins, while Malaysia, the odd win for them.
Malaysia are back into action after 10 long months because of the pandemic, mind you. They've done well, won the match yesterday against PNG. It was a competitive match, but eventually it was Malaysia who won the match by 8 runs. But this is a new match altogether, and they're facing the home team Nepal. Certainly, it'll be a massive challenge for them. Karan Casey runs from the Jobar end to ball the first delivery. Oh, inside hasn't gone. Birandeep Singh, the man who scored 50 in the previous match, has been dismissed.
What a dream start for Nepal. Birandeep completely misjudged, and inside is the delivery to the stumps. Unlucky.
Unlucky, you'll have to say, but it was there to punch it. In fact, that was the intent from Birandeep Singh. But he's been out for a golden duck. Let's have a look at this again. It was on length. The ball was there to be punched. Unlucky, you'll have to say. Lapse of concentration as well. It was the first delivery. He could have well let it go, but not to be, and that's the first wicket for Nepal.
Could have gone anywhere, that ball. Just so unlucky for Birandeep. Could not continue with his performance yesterday.
And the crowd on their feet already. What a start to the second match of Sky Exchange Tri-Nation Series. And the captain will now have to do the job of an opener.
At the toss early on, Captain Faiz said, a bit of swing, hint of swing out there.
Come on, use those deliveries to go away from the batsman, from the right-handers. Facing his first delivery, and a wonderful start for Nepal.
At the toss, Faiz said Malaysia wanted to score some runs early on in the power play, unlike yesterday, because Sachin, yesterday in the power plays, Malaysia were very silent and quiet.
Goes after it. When you swing it hard is the old school book. That's what the old school book says, and that's exactly what the captain Fiaz has done. First runs and first boundary for Malaysia here. Karan Casey is getting that swing for Prarambha because the condition is overcast. It's humid as well. When you slash it hard.
He probably intended that delivery or shot for somewhere else. but there was better of an edge outside as I assume.
So eventful start already, wicket, the boundary. Almost the same kind of delivery that dismissed Kirtipur Singh. He looks a very thoughtful cricketer, Ahmed Fayaz. Very matured with his approach to batting. We saw that yesterday.
Anchored the innings against PNG. Went on to score 56 in that match.
Wide this time from Karan. As I said, it's overcast here in Kathmandu. Small session of rain yesterday. Hasn't done much harm to the outfield nor the pitch. According to Ejaz, who was there in the pitch report, this will also a pitch with true bounce, with odd deliveries that will keep low. We'll have to see. Malaysia should look to get at least to 160 if they want to force Nepal any kind of threat.
Just kind of the start Sandeep Lamichhane would have wanted for Nepal. Of the two recent matches in the series, both the matches, Sachin, have been won by the team batting first.
That's the formula Malaysia would want to follow. Win the toss, bat first, post the target, and defend it. We'll have to say if they'll be successful or not. Meanwhile, that's the end of the first over. 5 for 1, Malaysia. Interesting fact, Prarambha, about Ahmed Fayaz. He actually thought of becoming a sports science lecturer if he was not a cricketer. You talk about alternative professions of cricketers. Paras Khadka, the former national team captain, wanted to become an architect. In fact, he had already given up cricket at one point of time in his thought of becoming an architect. So much about destiny, isn't it? So Sompal will be bowling from the pavilion end. Karan Kesey picked up the first wicket for his team in the first over. Ahmed Fayaz and Zubaidi out in the center. Oh, wild swing this time from Zubaidi. Not necessary. Captain Tedz will certainly go to him and have a word, because Sompal Kami will also generate some movement. Both the bowlers, both the opening bowlers for Nepal can get the ball to swing outside, away from the right-handers.
A swing and a miss. No need to, make those shots and throw the wicket away early on. You're already one down.
A beautiful shot this time. When you go conventional, it looks more convincing and elegant. Look at this. How beautiful was this shot? Over-pitched, all right. But put for a boundary in style by Zubaidi.
In the replay, for all the kids watching this shot at home, this is how you do it. Straight as an arrow.
On drive is one of the most difficult shots to play for the batsman, and he's done it with perfection. Sompal, a touch shorter this time, and the ball will carry all the way. They are certainly giving it back to Nepal. Zubaidi smacking Sompal for a massive 6.
A beautiful shot. Just stands and delivers, and the ball goes to his own dugout. And look at his teammates cheering us. Beautiful shot.
That shows how confident the Malaysian team is after the victory yesterday. Captain Faz and Zubaidi, if they can build a partnership here and if they can go to anywhere around 170 to 180, I think they'll have Nepal in contest, especially with the quality of left armers. They have left arm piece medium. The two bowlers yesterday, Mohammad Waqif Irfan and Sarvin Muniandi, both of them took 6 wickets.
Was thinking about it one more time, but gave that thought away. Zubaidi is playing against Nepal for the first time in his T20 international career.
Sompal has been expensive in the first 4 deliveries he has bowled. The pacer has been the spearhead of Nepali fast bowling lineup. Karan Kisi, his partner, has picked up a wicket. Can he do it for his team in the next 2 deliveries? Zubaidi meanwhile would be high on confidence. He's not minding to go aerial. This is another boundary for Zubaidi. Not convincing this time, not at all. But the scorecard won't say that. It reads 4 runs.
"14 runs of the first 5 deliveries of Sompal's first over here. Zubaidi is in no mood of taking deliveries. A beautiful shot they thought of, but not the intended outcome in terms of the direction, but the result was the same. It's boundaries.
This is a much better comeback, but look, that's the kind of form the Malaysian is in. 2 runs to finish this over. A massive over for Malaysia. 16 runs of the second over of this innings. Malaysia are 21 for 1. So Karan will continue from the Chobar end. Picked up a wicket in the first delivery of the innings. In fact, in his bowling to Ahmed Faz, Zubaidi looked to give it back to Sompal Kam in the previous over. The sun is now slowly coming out. It's getting brighter. Slow one this time. Well dealt. But eventually they'll complete a single.
A bit of a misfield out there. Karan maintaining that channel, the line and the length, and causing troubles. Keeping the batsman in 2 minds.
Sandeep Lamisani having a word with Karan Kisi. It will be interesting to see when Sandeep introduces himself. Doesn't mind bowling in the power plays in the shorter format of the game as well. He's good with the new ball too, Sandeep, with his sharply incoming googlies. Shorter one this time and picked the length pretty well. 1 bounce to the fielder at deep square leg. Both Zubaidi and Fez, I talked about this yesterday as well. Captain Fez is a short man, so is Zubaidi. So they can pick the length very easily. And if there's anything short, marginally short, you can say, even if the ball is at length, they can pick up the length very easy and smack it or wake it towards the leg side area.
As we've seen yesterday, the Malaysian batters are not afraid or scared of going for those big shots.
Hammered, deservedly so. It was Short and wide from from Karan Casey. Deserved punishment. And yet another boundary, this time for the captain Fez.
Stands and delivers one more time. Let's just have a look at this. Through the cover reason. No fielder out there in the deep. And important 4 runs for Malaysia. They look very, very confident despite having lost the first wicket of the first delivery.
I think that's the right approach to deal Nepal with. Short wide this time as well. Stayed on the back foot. It's not that short as the previous delivery. Look at the intent. The intent is pretty clear. They want to score runs and score runs at a very quick pace.
Looked a bit wide, but not given. Wanted to go slashes hard. Did not make the connection. Skipper.
The crowd slowly building in. 3,000 people already, I think, are on the stands. Good delivery, inviting for a drive, but there was a hint of swing, which caught Fez into 2 minds, and eventually he took a single and went off the strike.
Another good over at this point of time for Malaysia. 7 runs from Karan Casey's second over already.
So 6 runs of Karan Casey's second over. Fine delivery coming up. Good length. Hit hard down the ground, but there's a fielder in the deep for protection, and that's the end of the third over. 29 for 1 are Malaysia.
Bowling change coming right arm over. Thanks up.
So 2 local boys here in the commentary box, taking you forward into this innings, the Malaysian innings. 29 for 1, and straight away, after the first expensive over from Sompal Kami, Avinash Bora has been introduced. Bowled really well against Papua New Guinea, Avinash Bora. Was not there in the ODI series, and look at the fans. They've come in numbers. They love their cricket. It's Nepal playing, and you expect crazy Nepali cricket fans to be present out here in TU. They're still, he has gone after it. And just over Asif Sheikh. Not exactly what he intended, but the result doesn't matter. It's 4 runs for Malaysia.
Slashed at it hard. Wanted a boundary anyway and gets it. No fielder in the third man region. And Zubedi has now equaled his highest score in T20 internationals of 22.
"22 years of age. Zubaidi has a long way to go, but he's shown his courage. Not afraid to throw his bat at anything that gives him room. Zubaidi has moved on to 23 now of 10 deliveries. Captain Faiz, because of that aggressive approach from Zubaidi, he's got some time to settle himself at the crease. 10 for 9. He's in form, scored a 50 yesterday. Ahmed Faiz. Slowly Malaysian innings now getting on its way. Avinash Bora is known for his toe-breaking Yorkers. Haven't seen much the first T20 as well. Came back in this delivery from Avinash, just a single.
Malaysia quietly building this partnership. It's already 35 between the 2 batters out there.
They lost their first wicket in the very first delivery of this match. Virendeep Singh would not be happy with himself. Comes down the track this time, confident shot. But Kusal Buttel will cut it off, just a single again.
The intent is clear. Zubaidi and Faiz. Faiz, more of the calmer partner. The second wicket partnership, helping build some confidence in the Malaysian squad.
Played on the back foot this time, cautiously. Good delivery this from Avinash. Faiz, 11 of 11, Zubaidi 24 of 11.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
It's a good start. It's a very good start now for Malaysia. They would have wanted Virendeep Singh to still be there because he is the man in form. Not to be, but 36 for 1 is, I think, something that the Malaysian coach will take.
Beautiful delivery to end that over. It's Malaysia 36 runs for the loss of 1 wicket by the end of the 4th over.
At 4 overs, 2 minutes down. Number 14 out for some treatment on his back. Number 14, internal, okay? Number 14. Bowling change, right arm. Thank you. Buka ruang, buka ruang.
Sompal now comes into the attack again after that first expensive over. He's bowling from the Chovar end. Captain Sandeep would want a wicket from Sompal desperately because now the Malaysians are looking to attack and they've been comfortable so far.
Just a single out there. Sompal begins well. His second over, the first one was expensive, went for 16.
It was a slow delivery from Sompal. Rolled his fingers at the last moment. But just well by Zubaidi. Wanted to go after it, did not have the connection needed. But still a single. So Ahmed Faiz now facing Sompal Kami. It's never easy for a bowler if you concede 16 runs in your first over, especially in this format. But Sompal Kami, he has heaves of experience to his name. Came to the cricketing circuit in 2013. Sompal stayed and played in India for a long time. This is his 34th T20 international. Played for Nepal in the only World Cup presence of Nepal in 2014 in Bangladesh.
Successive dot balls would do a lot for his confidence, Sompal here. The penultimate over of the first power play here at the TU Cricket Ground, third T20 international of the series, also involving Papua New Guinea.
Sompal was a revelation to Nepal cricket team. He was, when he came in, he is known for his pace, popularly known as the Gulmi Express. Gulmi being the district where he belongs to. Brilliant comeback from Sompal. The length has been immaculate. It's not that short for the Malaysian batsman to stay on the back foot and hoik it. Sompal has been very successful with his medium pacers. Has picked up 32 wickets for Nepal in T20s. Average of 24. Economic rate of 7. Gave himself a bit of room, Faiz. Eventually decided not to go at that wide one from Sompal. It was an attempted bouncer from the Gulmi Express.
Some variations out here by Sompal, and this has been just the kind of comeback he would have wanted to make. Just a single from the first delivery of the 5 deliveries of his second over so far.
This is a wonderful comeback over for Sompal. Only 1 run conceded so far. And the last delivery coming up. Again banged onto the pitch. Just for a single. Only 2 runs off the second over of Sompal Kami. Takes the score to 38 after the loss of 1 wicket. Malaysia after 5.
Stop, boys. Stop, boys. Come back, come back.
So this is the venue. The woods, lush green. And there is the home of Nepal cricket. It's called, it should be called Lords of Nepali Cricket. So many memories individually I have from this ground. It's overcast in here. And that's the scoreboard so far. 38 runs, only 1 extra is bowled by Nepal, conceded by Nepal. Virendra Singh, mind you, was out first delivery. And Faiz and Zubaidi now looking to take this innings forward. Meanwhile, to take this innings forward, we have a change in the commentary. Andrew will be joined by Ejaj in the commentary box.
Thank you, boys, and a very good afternoon to everyone, not just here in beautiful land of the Himalayas, but all the way around the world, watching live on Kirtipur HD TV, on eKirtipur online, on Fan Club down in India. 3 bowlers used so far, about to see a 4th introduced to bowl the final over of the power play. It's going to be the home captain, Sandeep Lamachani, will come in from the pavilion end of the ground. Wonderful scenes. You're going to see a big crowd flood in to watch this run chase, and a rocking atmosphere expected on wonderful Wednesday for game number 3. Here comes Lamachani. Straight to the leg break outside off. Just kept a bit low, that one. No contact made. Very good afternoon to Ijaz Ahmed.
Thanks, Andrew, and hello everyone. Hope you're enjoying this broadcast of this Tri Nation. So far, so good. Excellent.
Slip in place for Lamachani, bowling this final over the power play. Just 2 fielders allowed outside the circle, both on the leg side. Protection out long on and deep mid-wicket. An amazing stat I saw about Sandeep Lamachani the other day. Come to that in a moment. There's the googly cut away, but cut straight to the backward point fielder. Hopefully I can find this here. Sandeep Lamachani in his last game, thanks to Kashtab Gudapudi for this, of ESPN Cricinfo. This is a great start. You're going to enjoy this one. Nicely bowled right in the money. He became the first player in the history of T20 international cricket to take at least 1 wicket in 20 consecutive innings. He goes past Ish Sodhi, the closest to him, who took it in 17 innings. That shows the consistency of Lamachani, shows the wicket-taking threat of Lamachani, and it shows his importance to this team. Remarkable stuff.
Yes, exactly. He has improved a lot, becoming the second highest wicket taker, or quickest wicket taker in 50. And exactly, no doubt, no words that he's leading the side well. Just playing it softly. They've taken a quick run.
And interesting to see the approach from the Malaysian captain Ahmed Faiz. Happy enough to play out some dots even though it's still in the power play. And I think he's recognising the game plan often. It's the same with Afghanistan and Rashid Khan. The game plan, besides playing against Nepal, playing against Afghanistan, is to maybe just try and survive. If they bowl 4 overs, 1 for 20, it's not a bad result. Attack the other 4 bowlers. Wide outside the off stump this time. Been an all-action start as always. Wicket for the first ball and then runs starting to fly for Malaysia.
Yes, I think so that they have done a good job, these two, Zubaidi and Faz. They've been doing excellent job, full team, but then all together with that extra delivery, which has been gone too wide.
Big hit, and he's taken him on, and he's got it enough to go all the way for 6. That's up into the media box. A good strike. They're not going to see off Lamachani. They'll take a maximum from the final delivery of the power play. How good a strike is this?
Excellent. That is really a mighty hit. He was ready for that. Slightly backing up, and look at that. It has cone-lended at deep mid wicket. Excellent. So with this over, ball 6 gone. 46 for 1, Malaysia.
New bowler.
Well, here we go. We've had to send out a search party for the left arm spinners in Nepal. There's usually so many of them. They bowl every second over, but we finally see Kushal Malla come in and bowl some left arm spin. Nothing in the ODIs from either Sushan Bari or Sagar Dakal. It's going to be the all-rounder. He's a very economical action. He's very accurate. And I think he's an out-and-out all-rounder, so good to see the youngster given his chance with the ball.
Yes, he's pretty accurate. Starting on the first delivery, right in the slot, not having anything to the batter to free his arms. Because Malaysia is 3 runs away. But really, Malla should be going slight bit of quick through the air. If you can take some quick wickets here.
Certainly been an aggressive start from Zubaidi. He's looked basically to attack almost everything, particularly strong on the leg side. And look at that strike rate, 32 off 14 deliveries. It's almost directly the opposite for the Malaysian captain. They've combined nicely, nearly a 50 partnership. It's come in pretty good time. Yesterday they only lost 3 wickets, didn't see much of the Malaysian middle order.
Yes, and it's exactly the same spot, same surface, which was utilized for 2 ODIs. Lots of runs were there. So over 1,000 runs, and you can expect like some more runs here in T20 version of 4. Yes, we can clearly see that the first delivery, when Marindeep Singh dragged on, I think that after that, the bowlers, they've been going too wide, back off length, given too much time to the batter to settle down. That's why you can see that they have been very comfortable now.
Bowled him, just skidded on, and Faiz's stay. It was a turgid one at the crease. He was finally trying to get something going. The perfect angle, no real spin, just skidding on, maybe hitting the shiny side of the ball. The big hoik across the line wasn't a good one, and the crowd are up at a buzz. That's the second wicket to fall.
Yes, a good delivery. Slightly skidding on this time, and that's exactly what's there. So Ahmed Zubaidi goes for 32. For 16 runs, 48 for 1, Malaysia.
Yeah, one more look at the wicket here. It was actually Zubaidi, apologies, it is Zubaidi who's been dismissed. He's gone for 32. Clean bowled by Malla. It's 49 for 2.
Lefty. Left-hander. Left arm round. One more. Picture. Slow छ यता पनि भ्याउँछ है स्लो आउँछ
Saeed Aziz to the crease. 47 off 26 for him yesterday. He'll be looking to do something similar. 7 gone at 7 and over. 49 for 2.
Quick changes, boys, quick! गर्ने वाला मात्र शॉट मी गर्ने वाला मात्र हो यहाँ बरु दुई पोइन्ट पठाइ दियौ तपाईँ भाइ यही बल यहाँ दुई हुनुपर्छ अन दुईजना एकदम अलर्ट बस है रोहित 38 बाइट स्टार्टिङ आउँदा पनि हुन्छ कटै गर्ने उसले अब दिपी
Dipendra Singh Ari to come in from the pavilion end of the ground, the vice captain. Those off breaks. Issue for Malaysia, losing the man who was striking the ball so well. Otherwise Ahmed, who's still there, has been joined by their leading T20I run scorer of all time outside Aziz. He's got 752 runs and a healthy strike rate of 35, could average 32 as well, so he's going to be very important. He was impressive yesterday. I thought he was the pick of the Malaysian batters.
Yes, exactly. The captain can bat down, and we did see a good 50 from him yesterday, and today he's still there in the centre. But one important thing that I'm looking at, the Malaysian batting line is really strong one. We had seen a couple of 50s from them, but not from Nepal. So you can expect like they can score like another 170, 180 plus today, the way they have started here. 50 up already in 8th over.
And talking of yesterday's performance for Malaysia, I asked Ahmed Faiz at the toss, was that the biggest win in their history? He said yes. He said without doubt, not just for the way that they won, but one of their highest totals of all time. They've only once posted a higher T20I total than that. That was against Vanuatu. They were really impressive in the way they achieved that victory. It wasn't probably just the fact they beat the higher ranked Papua New Guinea, it was the way that they went about it. And if they could back that up today and make it 2 from 2, go top of the table, maybe it would be their 2 biggest wins in their history on back-to-back days here in Kathmandu. Nicely worked behind square on the offside. Going to be work to do here for Sampal Kami. The outfield's always quick, and he does it well. A tardy piece of running. Non-striker there, very guilty of ball watching side Aziz, and they only get a couple.
Steph delivery was slightly quicker, and I think so that is a good way just to mix those deliveries, because one is with a less pace, the other one slightly bit more quicker.
And this time slower through the air and a little bit of turn and also some drift. And that's why the slip's in place, because of that turn. 5 runs coming from that over, 8 gone. It's 54 for 2.
Right arm over. अगाडि ठीक होला आरिफ एकचोटि सोचिहाल दिपी अगाडि ठीक होला जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई म अगाडि नै ठीक होला जस्तो लाग्यो पछाडि भन्दै
So the fans are still flooding in. You can get your tickets there in person. You can also of course buy them in advance online, and they're going to flood in for this second half. If you are here in Kathmandu, come on in. The atmosphere is going to be rocking. You can buy online through the IME Pay app, or just come on down. 150 rupees is all that it costs. Great value. And Arif Sheikh is coming into the attack. Maybe a bit of a surprise given how well Kushal Malla bowled his first over. Why has Sandeep Lamachani changed it and gone to medium pace?
I think the way we did see in spinners that they've been keeping themselves with the variations. I think that Sandeep is trying to change his variation in the pace as well, so that he can disguise, might be deceive the batters with some of the pace variations. And let's see if it's maybe working for them. And I think that's why he's been taking lots of experiments to take some quick wickets.
Arif Sheikh, certainly a part-time bowler, just 3 T20I wickets to his name. He can be expensive as well, so you might just see 1 over of Sheikh here. Maybe it's just to keep the batters off their rhythm, and I suppose with the left-handed side Aziz at the crease, maybe trying to protect Malla from the left-hander. Not given as a wide, very close to that wide guideline.
Yes, I think so that Arif should be going slightly bit more towards offside, like middle and off. Might be he's not trying hard to get a slip there, though that we did see that earlier on. The ball has been dancing a bit. They've got one fielder from offside towards on at square leg, who's been running there at back foot point.
Nath with the gloves, the debutant. Down the track, as we so often saw yesterday from Aziz. Brilliant fielding. He's such a live wire, Dipender Singh Airi. I don't think he's been happy with me saying that CJ Amini's the best fielder in the associate game. He wants to prove me wrong and say, no, Lenny, I'm up there. I'm number one. I'm above Amini.
Yes, exactly. In 30 yards, you need to have your best fielders right on their toes. And what we did witness here, the ball directly showing the stumps, and the crowd was up. This is really electrifying.
Pulled into the deep. Going to be runs and may well be 4. Misfield. Poor piece of work from Hadash Bahara. He's ended up overrunning it, in fact. I think he thought that he wasn't going to get there, so he sprinted almost head down. Hasn't picked up the line of the ball. He's ended up just deflecting this one onto the rope.
Excellent hit. Slightly on the back of length. And look at that, he's been choosing it. Long chase, but overrun, flipped, and resulting that 4 runs.
He was never stopping the second there. They were always getting back for 2, so it might have been better just taking his time and understanding that boundary going to Aziz, the left-hander. Slower ball, change of pace, guided down to third man. That'll be a single. 7 runs coming from that over. It's 61 for 2. Airi will continue. I think this is a case of matchups. The off-spinner to the left-hander is the reason that Kushal Mal has come out despite taking that big wicket of Zubaydi. The aggressive opener for 32 off just 15 deliveries.
Batter line. Because here, you've been slightly quick. If the batter is going to play you like a sweep shot, you might be hitting on pads and can get him, trap in front of the wickets.
Clever bowling from Airi. He's turned himself from what I would describe as a bit of a part-time off-spinner into more of an out-and-out all-rounder, a full 3-dimensional cricket. We often speak about just how brilliant his fielding is. His batting's getting better and better. Made an ODI century a few days ago. His bowling, it's cunning, it's canny, it's quite effective, and he varies his pace really cleverly. He's causing all sorts of problems, particularly to the Malaysian skipper, who's going nowhere at the moment. 18 off 30.
Yes, you're right. He's using his mind well, Dipender Singh, and I think so that if he can go like another skipping delivery in front of middle stump.
Again, clever use of the angles, the pace. He's delivering from different parts of the crease, encouraging the batter to hit to the parts of the ground where he has protection. Clever cricket. A very wise young man. You're right on the money. Right now, Faiz Ahmed needs to look at his innings. He's chewed up over a quarter of the balls that Malaysia will get in this T20I. And he's got to find a way to get back into the game. It's the halfway stage of the first innings. We'll have commentary change after this. It's 62 for 2.
scene, sorry guys, dot ball scene.
So 10 on, 62 for 2. And so far so good. Malaysia, they've been trying hard to put some good targets on the card. And I've got Sachin in commentary box. Welcome and hope you're loving these moments. And the spectators, they are rushing in. 19 and 32. This has been one of the two scores. 19 for Ahmed Faiz, who is still there in the centre. 9 for Syed Aziz. So two batters. They are trying hard to do something extraordinary. Two bowlers, which has been the pick. 1 wicket for each. Karan Casey and Kushal Mala.
Sandeep Lamisani continues. Wide this time. Stretching here for umpire Devendra Subedi. It's in fact Buddhi Bahadur Pradhan, who is a very experienced umpire from Nepal. Sandeep Lamisani. This was a straight one. Chopped on, but lucky that the ball did not carry on to the stumps this time from Sandeep. A very good afternoon, Ajaj.
It's a very good afternoon, and I think so that a googly can work here. Look at that, that was going quick. It's not a bit of low in the pace, but a couple of googlies with a continuity.
A sharp turn this time. It was leg break. Lucky, you'll have to say this time for Captain Faiz. Ahmed Faiz. Just tentative and threw his bat out on the line of the ball. It turned really sharply away from Arif and for a boundary.
Yes, and I think so. The slip should be slightly a bit more towards his right. The way the ball has landed, I think so. Couple of or a half step there towards his right would have been a good catch.
Leg break again. I'm sure Ahmed Faiz is now expecting a googly. That's what happens with the leg spinners, isn't it? It's very difficult to pick through their actions, and Sandeep is very deceptive with his action. If there's one that comes in sharp, it will be difficult for Ahmed Faiz to defend. Runs this one really hard. Not a very quick runner between the wickets, Ahmed, but makes it.
Well, spinner is on, so the fielders in 30 yards. They need to be almost 4 or 5 steps inside 30 yards. To me, I think they have been standing right onto the 30 yards line. That's why they've been able to get some quick single. They squeezed it, stole it in fact, that single.
So 6 runs off the first 4 deliveries. Syed scored 47 yesterday. Oh, this is lucky. Should have been a better effort from keeper Dilip Nath. And this will be 4 runs.
And that edged, I think so, because the umpire hasn't given any sort of signal that is off the bat. Look at that, came down the track. Yes, edged away. Deflection was there. That's why the keeper couldn't go through to collect that ball. Runs away for 4.
2 lucky boundaries in this over for Malaysia, but they'll take it. They'll take it. 10 runs already of 5 deliveries. Sandeep Lamisani. Shorter one this time. Pulls it. No proper connection. Just a single to his name there for Syed. And that's the end of the 11th over. 73 for 2.
Eddie. Eddie. Eddie.
So Malaysia were 65 for 1 yesterday. Similar kind of a start. Cautious in the first half of their innings, and then they can go aggressive in the second half. Syed and Faiz, they put a partnership yesterday as well. That's exactly what they need to do from here.
Yes, and to me, Devinder Singh is doing a good job. 2 overs into his 3rd one, 7 runs. He deserves a wicket here because so far he has bowled well, wicket to wicket. And I think so, if he can keep keeping himself with a consistent at that line, I think that he will be able to get wickets. But if, like we would see that wicket on the very first delivery, that Nepal should have been attacking some more, like a couple of more catching positions nearby, situation would have been more different by this time.
Good to the fielder. Good fielding, brilliant fielding. But also you'll have to applaud the counter-attack from the Malaysian side. They did not get stuck because they lost that wicket off the first delivery. Virendra Singh, the man in form, was dismissed. But they kept on attacking the Nepali bowlers. They got that massive 16 runs over from Sompal. 4-dot deliveries, brilliant from Dipender Singh Aidi.
Yes, impressive bowling. Excellent done. Now the pressure is there on the batter. Marty trying to do something extraordinary on next two deliveries and can make mistake.
Oh, wicket. Just what Ejaz was whistling for Dipender Singh Aidi. He deserved a wicket and he's got a wicket. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure has outdone Syed. Another man in form dismissed.
Yes, excellent catch and good thinking. They have got shot mid-wicket there. Saeed was unable to keep the ball, kept the ball down. And Saeed Aziz departs here. And there you go. Slightly reducing the pace, going onto the pads, trapped him. Beautiful. Excellent captaincy here by Sandeep and superb bowling by Dipender Singh. He really deserved that wicket. Well done. So another departs. Malaysia losing a wicket with regular intervals now. So it's third down for 73.
The new man in is Sharvin Muniandi, the man of the match yesterday. Not for his batting performance though, 3 wickets for him, that's what got him the man of the match. He'll be facing Dipender Singh Aidi, who was bowled 4-dot deliveries followed by a wicket. 1 for 7 in 2.5. This is already a brilliant bowling performance from Dipender Singh Aidi. Not a massive turner of the cricket ball, right arm off spinner, but he can come back with the angle. He can vary the pace. Very strong arms this man has. And he's taken that important wicket for his team. Go on this time. Poked at it. Fortunately for him, it did not take an edge. And this is a maiden over. What an over for Dipender Singh Aidi. A maiden wicket in the T20 International. That's the end of the 12th. 73 for 2. Excellent opportunity for Nepal to strand Malaysia now. Not the kind of line Sandeep Lamisani should be looking to bowl. They've got the important wicket. The runs have dried off. A maiden in T20. 36 deliveries now already faced by Ahmed Faz. 37 with that, and he's just at 24. He's almost taken 1/3 of the whole innings of Malaysia. It's a 120 ball innings. You'll have to remember that, Captain. That's played up in the air and gone. This will be an ugly looking scorecard for Ahmed Faz, as he has been dismissed for 24 of 38 deliveries. This is what pressure can do, and this is what pressure has done here for Malaysia. Runs were not coming easy. Faz took too many deliveries, the captain. He had to go after this full delivery from Sandeep and could not connect it. Eventually got pulled out to an excellent catch from Kusal Malla. What a beautiful catch as well. Misery, misery, misery to Malaysia.
Yes, excellent catch. Kushal, the ball was dipping in front of him. And what a wonderful he has taken here. So 4th down, Malaysia.
Sendo.
Four left.
So Ahmed Azim is the new man in. 2 new batsmen for Malaysia here. Niadi strikes it really well. In fact, good enough for a boundary. Found the gap perfectly this time, and a much needed boundary for Malaysia. They were getting stuck at nowhere. 7 dot deliveries in the previous 10 balls. This boundary was exactly what Doctor ordered for Malaysia.
Yes, that over has created a bit of the pressure on Malaysia. So they will have to go another dot delivery. So it happens when you're blocking the runs of any batter. He should be trying hard to get some new spaces, new places, and can make mistakes in pursuing that. Smiley face. Excellent man he is, Mr. Vinod.
Now Sandeep Lamisani. It looks a different scorecard for a bowler if you pick up a wicket, isn't it? Oh, beautiful delivery. Conventional leg break this time too, and Sandeep has been bowling more of leg break than the Googlies.
Yes, and I think that this has been for the very first time that I'm looking Sandeep. He's holding the ball well. The ball has been gripping in his fingers, and he's allowing the ball to turn here, and he's happy. Look at the body language.
Shorted this time, sharp again. Nepali bowlers all over the Malaysian batsmen right now. 5 runs off this over from Sandeep takes the score to 78 for 4.
That's your 2 legs. Right arm around to you. Boss.
Devendra Singh Hardy will be bowling his final over. Ah, sharp turn. In fact, that came with the arm. It was not turn, but was a very difficult ball for Azim to deal with.
Yes, armour. It was keeping its line. And look at the wicket-keeper. Bounce, speed. And this time, the batter is just gone aerial to a extra cover. They will be surely coming back for 2. And what we have been watching here, Muhammad Amir Azim Abdul Shakur from Malaysia, the new batter. Though he's young at international level, will surely be having a good platform to show his skills, what he has got under his belt at domestic circuit.
Offering the flight this time. Just a single. Devendra Singh Hardy has bowled excellently well today. 1 for 10 of 3.3. Has been very economical, got that important wicket as well. The Nepali dugout fairly relaxed. Azim and Servin. Shorter one this time. Lucky Devendra Singh Hardy that the ball did not carry all the way. He's varying his length really well, Devendra Singh Hardy. He can vary the pace too. Has got that stock delivery which comes in with the arm. Quite sharp. Still cannot break the shackle.
Well, Sachin, to me, that we're looking on to the Malaysian batters, I think so. They are trying to play some boundaries, which is not in the need of time. I think rotation here will surely work for them for 3 or 4 overs. Keep the wickets in hand, just go above 100 runs, then fly. Because here, if they've been kept themselves like playing big hits, and the bowlers from Nepal, I think so, they are gripping the ball well, will surely harm them.
Directing it onto the stumps. They're coming for the second run. Eventually completed. 7 runs off the final over of Devendra Singh Hardy. What a spell it has been. 1 for 14 off 4. And that's the end of the 14th over. 85 runs that Malaysia have scored. A better throw would have made Dipendra Singh Hari and the umpire interested not to be though.
Come on.
Batsman. Come over to lefty for round. Two leg, sir. Two leg. Yeah. Slightly come beside. Two leg. Coming round to you.
So Avinash Bora, the toe breaker. So Avinash Bora, the toe breaker, has been brought back into the attack, conceded only 7 runs off his first over. Now the plan is clear. Sandeep Lamisani wants Avinash Bora to bowl the last 3 of 6 overs. 6.07 is the run rate of Malaysia. I don't think that would be enough. A good shot this time. This will be a much needed boundary towards the leg side for Malaysia. Azim scoring that boundary for his team.
Yes, he can bat. The way that ball was drifting down the leg side, he availed that pace and played with that, and opportunity was there for him. He can go like, yes, he knew that there is a space, gap is there. He properly availed it, and Sandeep has got one man, I think so, towards onside, a long leg, and fine leg was pretty square. I think that should be more finer. The pace, what Avinash has got.
Tries to pull it this time. Azim not connecting, not happy with himself. Interestingly, the long off fielder has been brought into the circle now for the left-hander. So Avinash Bora, if he bowls anything that's full and if he misses the Yorker, Azim can look to go over the long off fielder. I think Nepal would be happy with this situation right now. They'd want to contend Malaysia to a score of anywhere below 140, isn't it?
Down the wicket. He was trying to go somewhere on the top. Yes, I think so. Like, we're looking on the surface, 180, 170 is really a good one. But to me, that if what I have got the intentions that both of these two batters, they are trying to go over the wicket, like trying to have a big heaves, which has not been a requirement because you have got 4 runs. You can run like another 5 deliveries, 5 runs again, get 9 runs. That should be intelligent batting.
Good comeback after conceding a boundary in the first delivery. This is a close appeal. Umpire Buddhi Pradhan shakes his head. Leg by signal. So it will be interesting to see in the replay if the ball was too high.
Yes, I think so. There was a slight bit of height. That should be the matter. Otherwise, that was right in front of the stumps. He has gone cross. But lucky enough to be there.
Not a tall man, Azim, right? Hit his thigh bad. Would have missed the off stump. Would have gone over off stump probably. That's what the man who matters thinks. And Malaysia 90 for 4. Looking to accelerate. Just over 6 and over. The run rate. It's the one from Avinash Bora. So 6 runs or 5 deliveries. I think this is again being another good over for Nepal.
Yes, exactly. This has been a bit intelligent. Because a couple of overs ago, we did see that batters, they were trying to go hairy-fairy. One could have lost their wicket in that pursuit, chasing those kind of outside deliveries. But this is better. Just you have got the boundary in the first delivery, go for the single and double.
Full set. No connection. Fortunately for Azim, the ball has landed in no man's land. Small slip for Kushal, but no harm done eventually, and that's the end of the 15th. 92 for 4. There's a change in the commentary box.
Beautiful scenes here at the TU International Cricket Ground. We get these stunning drone shots, and huge credit must go to our Kirtipur TV team doing a wonderful job down, not just in the control room, but also up in the skies. So this is from the Chobar Dada, the Chobar Hills, that you're getting that view. And there's the batting card so far. Zubaydi, who opened up, probably the only one to really score at anything like a strike rate that he should have. And 7 bowlers used so far. Just the one over, surprisingly, for Kushal Malla. That's, I think, because the left-handers have been in. Pick of the bowlers for me, Dipender Singh Airi. Sampal Kami will continue now from the pavilion end. Will replace Dipender Singh Airi. We've got Parambra Dahal with me for the first time as the batters consider an overthrow. They won't take it. Parambra, good afternoon.
Thank you, Andrew. Malaysia would be concerned with the lack of boundaries out here. Soon ball into his third over. The first one was very expensive. Made a good comeback in the second one.
Picked up into the leg side. Protection out there. And for Malaysia, after the highs of yesterday, it's always difficult, the emotions of probably the biggest win in their history, to back it up and put in another big performance against the hosts, who are probably the tournament favourites, the highest ranked of the 3 teams. They've been just a little under par, a little bit flat perhaps.
Back-to-back cricket matches for Malaysia. Possibilities of fatigue as well, Andrew. The crowd out there, beautiful shot from our drone squad.
It's going to be jumping in there later when the run chase begins. Big strike into the leg side, deep square leg, nestles underneath it. And put it down. Oh, that's a poor drop, that should have been held. Kushal Malla of all people as well, he's got big hands, the young man. And that one there was as easy as they come in the deep, and he's barely laid a glove on it.
One for the over.
He was running backwards and it was very close to the boundary rope as well. Here's in the replay. He was assessing it, he was watching the rope as well.
That should have been taken. And he knows it as well. You could see immediately from the reaction. And it's a life for Sharvin Money Andy. Now, this young man at the crease, keep your eyes on him as well. One of the 4 new young players brought into this squad. There's the fans, they love their little moment on the TV. Got a bit of a break second innings. Do you think I should get up there and get into the action, or is it going to be too dangerous for me, Parambra? What do you think?
They absolutely love you here, Andrew. They'll love to have you amongst them.
I'm not sure the police will be too happy if I go up again. They were a bit concerned the other day, weren't they? Big hit attempted again. But good bowling from Kami. It's the change-ups. And yeah, this youngster, the left-hander, been told by the Malaysian backroom team that he's the one to watch. Keep our eyes on him, because he's got lots of talent. We saw him with his left arm spin yesterday. Didn't get to bat yesterday. He's just 20 years of age. But Amy Sani, the team manager, said he's the one with the biggest future of all of our youngsters. And great to see Malaysia backing youth here, just like the home side are. But it's a big step up to international level, and Sampal Kami's bowled a very good over there. 2 runs from it, 16 gone, 94 for 4.
Bowling change. Right down.
Here we are, Sandeep Lamachani, the real superstar of Nepali cricket, the golden boy as I've christened him. And a few numbers for you here. You know I love a stat, Parambra. He's just taken his 66th T20I wicket. It's now a 21st consecutive innings in which he's picked up at least 1 wicket. And the track, big hit attempted. It could be another one for him. Of course it is. That's what Sandeep Lamachani was born to do. He was born to take wickets for his country. And he's born to have a bit of fun with the opposition, gives him a pat on the back. He's outthought Sharvin Muniandi, and it's yet another wicket for him, his second. Malaysia have lost their fifth.
Great way to begin his last over for this match. In the replay, here we go. Sandeep wanted to go big. Sharvin out there was not able to make the ideal connection.
Good catch from Kushal Bertel. That spells the end for Sharvin Muniandi. He's dismissed for 9. Malaysia slide further, 94 for 5.
67th T20 international wicket for Nepal skipper.
So 5 wickets down and plenty of problems for Malaysia today with their batting. Just never quite got going, with the exception of their opener Zubaidi. And it's Anil Hafiz to the crease, who was at the non-strikers end. He's now come on to strike. Amir Azim continues left-hand batting. And Hafiz will get off the mark with a couple. Good running, just well weighted to the edge of the 30-yard circle. Might get a third. They won't come back for the overthrow. 2 more to the total.
The new batter in the crease, Ainul. Second match for him against Nepal. The first one coming way back in April of 2021.
As you said, Lamachani with his 67th T20I wicket. Switch hit attempted, very nearly dismissed. He's moved into the top 20 in the world of wicket takers. Shakib Al Hasan on top of that list. But he's up there with some big names: Rashid Khan, Lasith Malinga, Shahid Afridi, Umar Gul, Adil Rashid, Mohammad Nabi. Brilliant bowlers in there. But listen to this stat. All of those bowlers in the top 20, in fact anyone in the top 50 in the world of T20I wicket takers, he has the lowest average. That's how big a threat he possesses. Second on that list, Rashid Khan. 2 of my favourite cricketers anywhere in the world. 2 brilliant leg spinners who are masters of their art. Good fielding, as always. Nepal have been excellent in the field.
Good stop.
Some bit of turn for Sandeep. 5 balls in his last over. It's been a beautiful over. Only 3 runs given so far. One more time, tries the cheeky shot. End of the 17th over, Malaysia 97 runs for the loss of 5 wickets.
Coming right arm round to you. Over to you.
Abhinesh Bahara will bowl the 18th over. There he is, the captain. 2 for 27 for him today. Excellent figures again. Continues to just take wickets with such consistency. It's a huge asset to have in any team. And he'll continue to grow into his role as captain. Remember, he's still a very young man. He's just 21 years of age. It feels like he's been around for an eternity. If you think about spinners tending to get to their peak in their late 20s, early 30s, you'd have to think the sky really is the limit for Sandeep Lamachani. Here comes Bahara. Pumped into the leg side and nicely struck. And I think it's Lamachani himself who couldn't cut it off. He's going to get a boundary, and the 100 finally comes up in the 18th over.
A much needed welcome boundary for Malaysia. They also cross 100 runs mark. The intent was clear, and Muhammad Amir probably should have been saved out there at the boundary.
I think the issue was Lamachani wasn't right on the rope. He should have been. He'd crept in 4 or 5 yards, or maybe he never actually quite got out there. Nicely bowled right into the block hole. Will miss leg stump. I think this will be leg buys. And that's exactly what the standing umpire, Durga Subedi, will signal. Good bowling. Dilip Nath's got a smile on his face. Nice to see him get his first T20I cap, presented with that before play.
Avinash Bora himself has been delivering for the captain whenever he's been put on. Would be looking to pick another wicket for Nepal out here. Malaysia, in relative comparison to yesterday, how do you assess their batting at the fag end of the match, Andrew?
Well bowled into the block hole. Yeah, certainly it hasn't been their day with the bat. They found things very difficult. Posted 180 yesterday, but being honest, that was primarily due to some pretty poor Papua New Guinea bowling. They were off the mark, I felt, yesterday. The Nepali bowlers, particularly Dipender Singh Airi, have been outstanding. I can't remember too many better 4-over spells in T20 internationals than that one from Dipender Singh Airi. A maiden in there as well. And Bahari, Karen KC and probably Sampal Kami will be the 3 to close things out. This has been the best bowling performance of the 4 internationals we've seen so far from the Nepali side. The 2 ODIs followed up by the 2 T20I appearances today.
The previous 2 matches of this T20 series, Andrew, batting first and then winning. Apparently, that is going to change.
Well, don't predict anything too much. A good quick single. Run through coming off the inside edge. There's always a twist, there's always a turn in associate cricket. Get to the end of the 18th, it's 104 for 5. Back live with you now. In fact, what we've ended up having, it wasn't the over, and there was 1 ball to go. The umpires had to check that, and it's going to find a wicket for Avinash Bahara from his final delivery of his 3rd over. Full straight right into the block hole. That's what he's known for. Probably going to go on a leg stump, but a pretty fair decision.
He was slowly dancing down the track. Wanted to go big for another boundary, but completely misjudged it. And it's about the tail of you miss high hit.
So the youngsters dismissed for 16. Take a quick look at the replay here. Full straight right into the block hole. Good bowling for Bahara. It's what he's known for. It's now 105 for 6.
Malaysia in all sorts of trouble here, Andrew.
Yeah, the keeper batter Amar Zudi to the crease. It's just been an innings that's never gotten going. And I don't think there's any demons in the wicket. In fact, particularly in the first 6 overs, it looked a very good wicket to bat on. Maybe that LBW might have been just going down the leg side. Felt maybe drifting down with the angle, but he got the benefit of the doubt, and it will end a promising innings from a talented young cricketer we'll hear a lot more about in the future, young Amir Azim. Karen KC will bowl the 19th over. Bahara will probably bowl the 20th, so KC will only bowl 3 of his 4 overs. Slower ball immediately picked up into the leg side. Will just be 1. I think the 120 or so that Malaysia will end up with is miles short of par on this good batting wicket.
Particularly interested in that over of Kushal Malla. He only got 1 over, gave away 3 runs and picked a crucial wicket of Zubaidi Zulkifli. Probably would have been given another over.
For the eagle-eyed at home, watching on Kirtipur TV, another great stat here. This has sculled him on the helmet. Let's hope he's all right. This shouldn't be out. It's come right off the helmet, not off the bat. Smile from Karen Casey, he knows, and Sampal Kami says maybe run him out. But lovely to see Kushal Bertel straight over, and he's checking on the welfare, the well-being of Amar Zudi, because this was a bit quick for him, and it's come right off the top of the helmet. I think he's going to be okay, but he should rightly go through the concussion protocol. On comes the physio now. Sharp bouncer from Karen Casey, very well bowled.
Sure. That must be, you know, at times it gets very serious when the ball strikes the helmet. We've had this incident before in cricket as well.
Yeah, and of course the world of cricket changed after the tragic death of Philip Hughes. Rightly so, there's been lots of protocols implemented at all levels of the men's, women's, youth international game. Big smile on the face from Karen Casey. Love the way he goes about his cricket, but you could see from the reaction from Zudi, it was more of a parting blow and a deflecting blow. That's why it went into the air off the helmet. They've checked the helmet, they've checked Amar Zudi's well-being. He's got to go through the concussion protocols check, and he's fit to continue, which is great to see.
The replay.
Big swing and a miss. Excellent skills at the death. But listen to this. So, for those of you watching on a couple of days ago, beat Papua New Guinea, the final 2 wickets in the PNG innings. Karen KC to Norman Vanua, LBW. It's a swing and a miss. Karen KC to Simon Atai. Caught Dipendra Singh. That's 2 wickets and 2 balls. Do you remember what happened on the first ball of today's match? Paramba?
Yeah, so that was a hat-trick for Karen KC.
Hat-trick that Sachin and yourself might not have known about, but Karen KC has a hat-trick, and he might have another wicket as well. Yeah, too easy. Rohit Paudal's an excellent fielder. He's never going to drop that. And this Malaysian innings is going from bad to worse, sadly, in the latter stages. Wickets falling with great regularity. This time, Amar Zudi, who's been schooled on the helmet by a short bouncer, has been dismissed. A good running catch. Malaysia lose their 7.
Losing wickets at quick intervals. Malaysian batters have not been able to continue with the impressive form from yesterday. Taken comfortably a running catch. Malaysia now 106 runs for the loss of 7 wickets.
Karen KC full and straight, but missing the leg stump. The new man to the crease was at the non-strikers end. That's Vijay Uni. And this Malaysian innings, it's stuttering like a car that needs a heavy service.
Sandeep must be very happy for losing the toss. And like you mentioned, Andrew, earlier, Nepal would have bowled first anyway.
Yeah, the toss was absolutely irrelevant today. Complete difference of opinion from Sandeep Lamachani and Ahmed Faiz, the Malaysian captain. He wanted to bat first. It worked for him yesterday. It really hasn't worked today, has it? I just wonder, Nepal not just look to win this game, but take a big win and take a big net run rate boost as well. Get to the end of the 19th over. It's definitely under par. It's 108 for 7.
over. Green. Be careful. Coming over. Coming over around. Over. Coming right arm over the wicket.
Abhinesh Bahara is going to close out the final over this first innings. We're in game number 3 of the SkyExchange.net Nepal Tri-Nation Series powered by Dafa News, and the hosts are looking to take a big lead on top of the table. 108 for 7 after the 19th. Bahara has one job here, and that's to keep that target under 120, make it less than run a ball that the home side will need to chase.
The second of the 7 bowlers to complete the 4-over quota out here of Avinash Bora, given away 21 runs before this, and picked up a crucial wicket as well.
Right into the block again. Good diving stop from Kushal Malla. He did put down that catch, but he's an excellent fielder. And he clung on to what looked like an awkward bobble there. There's been very little rain in Kathmandu for 2 or 3 months now. That's why you see the outfield probably not as pristine as it might be. It's quite firm. You can get the occasional difficult bounce. Bahara is under less pressure than the other day, and as a consequence he's executing brilliantly. That's 3 consecutive deliveries right into the block hole.
A good final over this is turning out to be for Nepal. No boundaries in it so far, and it should be very concerning for Malaysia. They score more than 100 runs in the final 10 overs of yesterday's innings.
It's been the opposite today, and everything they've done really hasn't worked. This is going to be run out surely, and Bahara, I think, just had a guilty look back at the umpire as to whether he's dropped the ball or not. This is going to be interesting to watch on the replay, but the umpire had his finger up in a flash. I think Bahara maybe just had enough of the ball in his hand when the bails were broken. And another one gone. It's 8 down. It's dismissal after dismissal for Malaysia.
The umpire, Durganath Swedi, looked very confident and was well placed as well, but let's see.
It's not a case of whether or not the batter made his ground. He clearly didn't, but did Bahara have control over the ball, or did he drop it? I think that's okay. I think that's a good decision. 8th wicket falls, 1-1, 3 for 8. So 2 deliveries left for Malaysia to get something. One last bit of momentum. They'll need a boundary off this final ball surely, but even Anil Hafiz hasn't been able to find any timing. It's going to be a spinner to the crease, big smile on his face. Pavandeep Singh. Can he find something from the last ball? That's pretty poor. That sums up the innings really. Get a single but no more, and it's smiles on the faces of the home side, the captain, the bowlers, every one of them. They've been outstanding, and Malaysia limp to a feeble, pretty paltry 112 for 8. They've been thoroughly outplayed in the first innings. Nepal bat anything like to their ability, they're going to move top of the table and move to 4 points.
Very happy with their performance today. The Nepali bowlers doing their job to perfection.
And lovely to see Dilip Nath in for his T20I debut. Arif Sheikh, just an over for him and an over for Kushal Malla. This looks like a very confident, happy camp right now. I know there's been lots of talk in the background and a little bit of silly talk really, it has to be said, on some of the chat forums and the background from some of the media outlets saying that things aren't all good in the camp. This looks like a very happy camp to me. We spend a lot of time with them in and around the team hotel. It's a young side, it's a humble side, it's a kind side. They're great ambassadors for their country, great representatives of their country, and I think that these young men are the ones to back for the future. So 114 for 8, Paramba, that feels miles under par. What are your thoughts?
Considering the batting performance of both the teams yesterday and Nepal as well in the first T20 International, they should be quite confident about their approach for the chase as well. 114, less than a run a ball, should be chaseable.
There's not going to be as many highlights as we've had in previous days because the lowest score of the tournament by a distance. But let's start out by taking a look at the package of 4s from the first innings.
4s brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
So here we go. The boundaries really started coming from Zubaidi. 3 4s for him. He played pretty aggressively and some good shots as well. That was a nice straight drive, probably the shot of the innings. A few 2 for Ahmed Faiz, but it was the opposite for Faiz from Zubaidi. He really struggled.
Some beautiful shots, and some of them carrying the top edge, still running to the fence.
Side Aziz, 2 boundaries for him in his innings of 14, one of them coming about from that comical misfield. And a little bit of fortune here and there as well. It was an innings that stuttered and chugged along and never gained any momentum. That one there was perfectly bowled. Dilip Nath, I'm not sure he read the googly either, coming around the wicket. Nicely hit through the offside by Andy that time. The young left-hander got a couple away at Mir Azim. Keep your eyes on him. One for the future.
Only 11 boundaries in that Malaysia innings.
4s brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
Definitely no demons in the pitch, I didn't think, and I just wonder if Malaysia's approach was a bit questionable as well. Yesterday they seemed to play with freedom, and obviously Virendeep Singh anchored the innings, made that comfortable 50, and then the other batters were able to hit around him. Today they didn't really seem to be able to have a plan to react to the fact he was dismissed from the first ball, and as a consequence this package of 6s, I'm not sure there's going to be many. Let's take a look at them anyway.
6s brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Galma Plus Jasta Pata.
First of the 2 6s by Zubaidi, and that actually, resulted in some wild celebrations. And the second of the 2 6s.
6s brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Galma Plus Jasta Pata.
I think that might be the shortest package of the week. What do you reckon, Paramba?
Well, absolutely, and in fact, Malaysia should be concerned by the way they were approaching their cricket in the power play. What do you say, Andrew?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with you. And that was because Plan B didn't really come about. Virendeep Singh dismissed off the first ball, but there's plenty of wickets to talk about. 8 of them fell, and no surprise to see some of these going to Sandeep Lamachani.
Wickets brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
Let's kick off with the hat-trick that wasn't called in the box, but thanks to one of our eagle-eyed viewers at home, we need to give him a shout-out as well. Many thanks to Utsav Aryal, who spotted the 2 wickets off the final 2 deliveries of his previous T20I, followed up by a wicket today. That's a hat-trick in my book.
Kushal Malla, the only over, and took a very crucial wicket of Zubaidi.
Yeah, cleverly bowled, wasn't it? Just going on with the arm. It's a big wicket. Zubaidi 32 off 15. No other batter in the entire team struck it more than run the ball. It was just Zubaidi. Strike rate of over 200 in fact. And then it was Dipender Singh Airi. This was an excellent spell. In my opinion, one of the best spells of off-spin I've seen in any T20 international. It was clever, it was thinking. He changed things. A good catch held by Sandeep Lamachani. And then Lamachani kept that streak going. 21 games in a row where he's taken a wicket.
And moving into 20 leading bowlers with highest number of wickets in the T20 international.
Yeah, moves into the top 20. He's got 67 now. That was a 67th, and he's got them better average than anyone in the top 50. So shows his quality, shows his brilliance. And Marshall Pertel excellent in the field as always. He was never dropping that. We saw so many smiles today, didn't we? Not just from the fans in the crowd. That one maybe a bit questionable. Was it just going down leg?
No DRS here.
Yeah, no DRS in place. And then the issue with a lot of these dismissals that you're seeing for Malaysia, really tame. Shot like that one there, just giving the wicket away to Rowan Powden. And then here's the run out, the final wicket, which we'll see in a moment.
Sure. Bit of confusion, and then it looked like initially
Wickets brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
Yeah, so what all those highlights mean are that Malaysia finish up with 114 for 8 in this game number 3 of the SkyExchange.net Nepal Tri-Nation Series, powered by DAFA News, of course. We've seen 2 thrillers to start the series. You'd have to say, Paramba, surely this can only go one way. Nepal are going to probably not just look to chase this down, but chase it down in a hurry.
it's probably should be a matter of by which over, Andrew.
Just checking there to see if Sabina's ready. We'll find out who she's got, and we'll go down pitch side with her next.
थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच एन्ड्रु एन्ड प्रारम्भ टस जितेर पहिले ब्याटिङ गरेको मलेसियाले अपेक्षा गरे अनुसार प्लान अनुसार राम्रो प्रदर्शन गर्न सकेन 8 विकेटको क्षतिमा 114 रनको सामान्य लक्ष्य बनाएको छ नेपाली बलरहरूले फेरि पनि स्पिनरहरूले उत्कृष्ट प्रदर्शन गरे करण केसीले ओभरको पहिलो बलमा नै नेपाललाई पहिलो सफलता दिलाएका थिए त्यसपछि दबावमा आएको मलेसिया खेलमा फर्कन सकेन र कुशल मल्लले क्रिजमा जम्न प्रयास गरिरहेका पारीलाई अगाडि बढाउन प्रयास गरिरहेका जुवेदलाई 32 रनमा आउट गर्दै नेपाललाई फेरि ब्रेक थ्रु दिलाएका थिए र त्यसैले मलेसियाले नेपाल सामु 115 रनको सामान्य लक्ष्य प्रस्तुत गरेको छ जितका लागि हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ आजको लागि गेस्ट सुभाष सुमागाई यङ स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिस्ट फेरि स्वागत छ
धन्यवाद
टस जितेर जुन ब्याटिङ गर्ने निर्णय गरेको थियो मलेसियाले सायद 114 रनमै समेटिन्छ भन्ने सायद सोचेको थिएन होला कस्तो रह्यो मलेसियन ब्याट्सम्यानको पर्फर्मेन्स
मलेसियन ब्याट्सम्यान चाहिँ मैले भने नि सुरुमा एउटा राम्रो सुरुवात उनीहरूलाई चाहिने जुन हुन्थ्यो त्यो चाहिँ करण केसीको फर्स्ट विकेटले नै वीरेन्द्रदीप सिंह जो मेन स्टे हुनुहुन्छ मलेसियाको ब्याटिङको सो उहाँ आउट हुने बित्तिकै चाहिँ एउटा के प्रेसर भयो भने एकजनाले इनिङ बिल्ड गर्नु पर्ने थियो कप्तान फैजले त्यो प्रयास गर्नुभयो तर जुन आक्रामक पारीदेखि नै हामीले जुन अपेक्षा गरेको थियौँ त्यो चाहिँ आज कुनै पनि मलेसिया ब्याट्सम्यानबाट आएन
फर्स्ट 5 ओभर्स पछि सन्दीप लामिछानेले स्पिनर ल्याउने निर्णय गरे आफैबाट सुरुवात गरे र उनको ओभर सकिएपछि नै अब धेरै जस्तो दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले आउलान् भन्ने पनि सोचिएको थियो तर कुशल मल्ललाई उनले ल्याएर उनको निर्णय पनि सही साबित भयो त्यो मोमेन्टमा कुशल मल्ललाई ल्याउने निर्णय सन्दीपको कस्तो लाग्यो यहाँलाई
एकदम पनि किनभने हामीले जो ब्याट्सम्यान देखेर थियो उहाँ चाहिँ एकदम खुलेर खेलिरहनु भएको थियो लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर ल्याउने बित्तिकै उहाँले अलिकति डिफेन्सिभ हुनुपर्ने थियो र जुन विकेट पनि देख्यौँ हामी डिफेन्सिभ सर्ट अप्रोच गर्दाखेरि नै बोल्ड हुन पुग्नु भएको थिएन त्यसपछि कुशल मल्ल नआउनुको कारण चाहिँ भन्नुहुन्छ भने विकेट लिएपछि जम्मा 3 रन दिनुभएको थियो तर लेफ्ट ह्यान्डेड ब्याट्सम्यान सहिद अजित जो हुनुहुन्छ पछिल्लो खेलमा पनि हामीले देखेको थियौँ एकदम आक्रामक हुनुहुन्थ्यो र लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनरलाई बाहिर निकालेर जुन दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले लगातार डट बल खुवाइरहनु भयो त्यसकै प्रेसर अनुरूप उहाँको पनि विकेट मिल्न गएको थियो
सोमपाल कामी जसको पहिलो ओभर आफ्नो पहिलो स्पेल राम्रो रहेन 16 रन खर्चे र त्यसपछिको जुन स्पेलमा उनले कमब्याक गरे त्यो कन्फिडेन्स त्यो एक ओभरमा त्यति रन खाइसकेपछिको सोमपालको
कमब्याक भन्दा पनि एन्ड चेन्ज जुन गरेको थियो सन्दीप लामिछानेले भनौँ न सोमपालले एउटा एन्डबाट रन खानु भएन अलिकति एट्याकिङ जुवेदले जुन किसिमको एट्याक गर्यो त्यसपछि चाहिँ सोमपाल कामी जुन आफ्नो प्रेफर्ड एन्ड छ यो चौबार एन्ड त्यहाँबाट बलिङ गर्दाखेरि उहाँले आफ्नो लेन्थ पकडेपछि एकदम भनौँ न विपक्षीलाई रन प्रार गर्न गल्ती भयो र अर्को एन्डबाट दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले विकेट पनि लिनुभयो
थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच सो मलेसियाले पहिले ब्याटिङ गर्दै 114 रन बनाएको छ नेपालले 115 रनको लक्ष्य पाएको छ दिपेन्द्रले 1 विकेट लिए सन्दीप लामिछाने र करण केसीले 2 विकेट लिए कुशल मल्ल र अविनाश बोहराले 1 विकेट लिए त्यसैगरी मलेसियाको पारीमा जुवेदीले सर्वाधिक 32 अहमद फेजले 24 रनको स्कोर गरेका छन् र नेपाललाई जितका लागि 115 रन आवश्यक छ नेपालले केही समयमा नै जवाफी ब्याटिङ गर्नेछ अहिलेको लागि ब्रेकतर्फ लागौं
Here we go, Malaysia coming out, and that opening partnership, that dynamic, impressive, aggressive opening partnership of Asif Sheikh and Kushal Bertel. Bertel, he made history just a couple of days ago, became the equal fastest in T20 international history to get to 500 T20I runs in just 12 innings. That's a remarkable effort from him. Joining Dawud Malan. He's been off to a flying start, a rocketing start. It was the Tri-Series just 11 months ago where he made his debut. Imagine that, a year ago we didn't even know who this young batter was. Now he's the talk of the country. Andrew Leonard here to anchor you through all the coverage of the second innings. We're approaching the halfway stage of the group stages in the SkyExchange.net T20 Tri-Nation Series, powered by Dafa News, and delighted to have the company for the first time today of Ijaz Ahmed. Ijaz, is there only one way you can see this match going, or could Malaysia find a way back in?
Well, first of all, that Malaysia should be looking on earlier wickets, because if they will be able to go. And secondly, I think that Nepal should be trying hard to improve their run rate, what I've been expecting here.
It's the highly impressive Mohammad Wafiq with the ball in hand. Mohammad Wafiq Irfan, to give him his full name. He was the pick of the bowlers for me yesterday. 3 wickets, bowled at a good pace, and used his left arm angle very cleverly, told the right-handers.
Yes, exactly, and I think so that there are some sort of situations, the weather, the climate, which can help the ball slightly put. I think so that if you can put the ball slightly up, fuller length, and can try 4 or 5 delivery to swing away.
Bertel, he really only plays in one manner in T20 internationals in particular. He goes after everything. But that ball there was a good demonstration of why left-handers pose such threat. It didn't shape or move at all. It's just angled across. And that natural angle makes it a difficult shot to play for Bertel, playing a miss.
Yes, that's exactly a good line. If you want to win this game, you need to be more accurate as a bowling unit. You need to get some early wickets so that you can put pressure on Nepal, because the way they have started in the previous games, I think so they've been really good hitters. They can really score good runs in power play.
Leading edge, nicely bowled again. This time just a hint of movement and maybe just a bit of something out of the pitch that we didn't see in the first innings. I thought it looked a pretty good batting wicket, certainly under par. Malaysia are going to have to bowl and field like tigers to have any chance.
Yes, they should be on their toes. Wicketkeeper, the fielders, they should be talking with each other, put pressure on the batters. They are the home side, the support is there for from crowd as well for the team. So Malaysia will have to do lots of big things today in this game to win.
Really good bowling this. Obviously pitching outside leg, thuds into the thigh pad, going over the top, maybe missing leg as well. Not a lot going for that appeal. There's a lot to like about Mohammad Wafiq. The way he just generates that extra movement, that extra pace.
I think he tried to sharply come back that delivery. There was some sort of hint that the ball came back as the batter, he was just trying to drive it. Kushal, he was thinking that might be another way swinger, might be getting angling away from him. So it's really a good thing. 4 dot deliveries, making the batter to think that what has been coming next.
Finally some runs off the bat, and the home crowd just a tiny bit subdued right now. They're so used to Kushal Bertel pick up boundaries early. His career strike rate well over 130, but just being tied up a bit by a very good opening over.
Yes, 130, that's really a good one. If you can continue, capitalize, can improve a bit, because this is exactly the habit that you have got a strike rate above 100. You can't be stopped for the longer. 5 deliveries, just 1 run. So I think so that after this over, it might be that they've been watchfully looking onto the deliveries, the balls, and how he's been behaving. And I think so that's been fair enough.
Down the leg side, and Sheikh won't get off the mark. Really good start for Malaysia. Just 1 run coming from the opening over. It's 1 for none. So it's going to be spin to open up from the pavilion end, as we saw yesterday for Malaysia, the impressive Pawandeep Singh. But keep your eyes on him. To call him a spinner is a little generous. All these arm balls, these in-swinging deliveries, almost exclusively with the new ball. I don't think he attempted to turn a single one yesterday. 3 wickets for him yesterday, and he bowled very nicely indeed. The bespectacled Pawandeep Singh.
I think it's a good choice to check spinner here.
Big hit from Bertel. He was watching the footage yesterday, and he's holed out, unfortunately. Thought he got that a bit squarer at first, and the lack of boundaries Bertel has been frustrated by. He certainly knew it was the arm ball he was trying to hit with the spin. I think he was looking to go squarer, and he's ended up picking out long on. That's exactly what Malaysia needed, an early wicket.
A good start. Well, spin works here, and the captain Fairs is thinking tremendously well. This is where they've been looking for to get a wicket. Really a big one. He was trying to go over the top, couldn't do so. So 1 for 1.
Rohit Powdell to the crease. The young star of the ODI game has found his way back into the T20 team, purely due to his ODI form, nothing else really. And he's there because of a misjudgment from Kushal Bertel. Look at those in-swingers, they really do come in significantly, the arm balls that Singh is bowling.
Yes, that's all about confidence. What he has got in the previous T20 yesterday here. And today, look at that, how he has started superbly.
Just angles in. He's very effective with his line. I'm pretty sure that Bertel was looking to go squarer. He was certainly looking to hit in the air, but I think he was looking more towards cow corner. He's ended up getting it straighter than he wanted, and he's paid the price. And what a start. And big crowd that's come in. They want to get going, they want to get supporting, but no runs to cheer just yet. Nicely struck down the ground towards that man at long on. Will just be a single. It's the man who took the winning catch yesterday. His brother Virendeep Singh. The brothers combined for the first wicket.
Yes, and to that wicket that you've been describing, that Kushal was trying to clear somewhere at square leg, it might be. I think so that air is also there. Might have been pushing the ball to some extent to the other level. That's why he couldn't go through.
Sweep shot. Nicely played, but there's protection out there, so it'll just be a single. You'll have to think that Malaysia won't just need 1 wicket in the power play. They'll need 2, 3, maybe even 4 in these first 6 overs.
Yes, oh, I agree with you that they need a couple of more wickets here with regular intervals.
Good start from Pawandeep Singh, right on the money. Sheikh will keep the strike, 2 gone. The score is 5 for 1. Mohamed Rafiq will continue from the Chobar end of the ground. Oh, right on the money again, an inside edge save. Sheikh beautifully bowled. It's that uncertainty, just pressing forward. Is it going to come back into me? Is it going to angle across? None of the bowlers You know, the batters seem to be able to pick up Mohamed Rafiq. Very impressive.
Yes, in the previous over, we did see that the ball has been angling away. So I think that still the batters, they have got in their minds that almost 80 to 90% of the deliveries have just been going away. But the bowlers from Malaysia, they have got the ability to have some dip in, or might be that slightly coming back or in-swing deliveries.
One slip in place, but he's kind of neither one nor t'other. He's sort of a second slip, maybe 2.5. Not a regulation first slip, not a gully.
Yes, I think so, that they've been keeping it a good tight fielding with one slip. And there should be, to me, like another one like at short mid-on or short mid-wicket, so that anything that a batsman has been losing the balance on pads, playing rubbishly, can take wicket towards your right side of monitor, which has been the pitcher's area.
Down the leg side, but again, good pace. It will be signalled wide. He's really bent his back there. It's flown through and taken well above the keeper's head. Look at this, really good lift.
Yes, but off target. He has wasted that delivery. Keeper took it at a good height. One of the things so that slightly bit towards rib cage. That should have been the pace, and the momentum will not be the target that he should be bowling there. Not allow the batters to free their arms, because once you leave them, they will not leave you.
It's causing problems almost every delivery, but this one is going to result in runs. It's off the inside edge, will just be a couple to Asif Sheikh, and I think Powdell and Sheikh have recognised this is an impressive spell and they just need to get through it. They're not going to be trying to come out with the blitzkrieg I thought they might, particularly with the dismissal of Bertel.
Yes, I think that the pressure was there, but the way they've been batting here, 1 wide, 2 runs, double, this is not the way that you can defend such kind of low totals.
There's the gathered media doing a great job as always with their articles, their photos. We thank them for all their interest. Nice to see Subasu Engin actually part of our coverage. He was with us in Oman. He flies all the way around the world covering the international side. There's the Malaysian team. I was giving Subas a bit of stick though in Oman. His screensaver on his computer, it's the Nepal football team. I said, what's going on, mate? It's a cricket country. I said, if you win and you qualify, you have to change that for me. He said he would.
Well, that's quite impressive. It happens that when you've been playing cricket in a football following country, you will have to see those.
Worked into the leg side. He's got that nicely in front of square. Going to get a boundary. The first one of the innings. Finally some cheers. They're only muted cheers. They want to see some big hits, but that's a nice shot. Just clipped into the leg side.
Yes, excellent, excellent. He's picking up the spots now. And I think so that Malaysia, they've been just leaking runs down the leg side. I think he was okay, I think so. But what a good timing all along the carpet. He is going down to the deep mid wicket, earning 4 runs. Superbly timed.
Yeah, clever batting. Really good stuff from Rohit Powdell. And follows it up with a hook shot, but thought it was straight to the man. It's not. It's gone to his right. Back-to-back boundaries. That's the timing that Powdell has. And an expensive over for Irfan. Gets the Nepali. Chase really starting to motor.
Well, he did well. I think that he attempted a good shot, back of lane delivery. See that? He was having a fielder down there, but he has done good job. The batter keeping the ball down. 4 runs to end the over. So it is 19 with a wicket.
So Pawandeep Singh will continue with his left arm spin, just pick up a single. You just saw a flash there perhaps of the Nepali bench on the side. Just want to clarify, not an official hat-trick for Karen KC. I'm calling it an honorary hat-trick. 2 wickets from the final 2 balls of the previous over. There you are, Karen. I'm going to give you the prize. I'll give you a prize after play, the honorary hat-trick. It's not on the official list. It needs to be in the same match. 3 consecutive deliveries.
Yes, but what a good bowler. He really impressed a lot in that game. And now I think that Nepal has started pushing back to Malaysia now, the way they have started scoring runs easily.
And if you're confused as to why that's not a hat-trick, in a test match you can do it. If it's in the first innings, let's say the final 2 balls of the first innings and the second innings, but no, an official hat-trick has to be in the same match. So Karen Casey won't add his name to the list of 27 hat-trick holders. And the leg side, that'll be signalled as a wide. No real attempts made by Pawandeep Singh to turn the ball at all. It's all arm balls.
Yes, exactly. It's not that of Karan that what we did witness yesterday in his bowling. He's been slightly leaving the ball, not been trying to attempt something extraordinary.
Bowls through a good game plan. You can see he's got his field set, quite a square mid-wicket, the backward square leg and the long on, and then fine leg in place. And the reason for those fielders, the ball just angling in, batters will tend to try and work it with that angle. Exactly like that, but because of that mid-wicket fielder, difficult to pick up runs.
Yes, I think so. That Faz is doing a good job here. And I was agreeing that in the previous over, I was thinking it might be he can carry one fielder extra towards onside at short mid-wicket, and he's doing a good job. So should be targeting more on pads.
And the leg side, that'll be signalled wide. You've got a good angle of it there from behind the wicket keeper. You can see everything. He often comes wide of the crease as well. It's just forcing in to the right-handers. That one's come out completely wrong. He looks back at the umpire. Surely even Pawandeep Singh knew that was a wide.
Well, I was thinking it might be he's going to go more further, like in front of stumps, but he's gone too straight towards offside.
It was the overcorrection. You can see the seam position though. It's all arm balls. This is close. This is very close, and this is gone. I just wonder, will Rohit Paudel feel as though he might have got outside the line of off stump? If he didn't, it's dead. And that's what Durga Subedi thought. The finger goes up and the second wicket falls.
Yes, that's really a big one. Prize wicket. Rohit was looking dangerous. 12 runs in 10 deliveries, and there you go. Plum in front of wickets. Good one. Excellent. So with this wicket, he's gone for 12. Rohit Paudel, 23 for 1. Malaysia, Nepal.
So here we are, one more look at this replay. It's very marginal, isn't it? Did Paudel get outside the line? I don't know if there's any bat involved, but look at this. Just skidding on with the arm, and look at the seam position. You get a great demonstration from that replay. Angling in, no bat, but has he got outside the line? I think he may well have.
Yes, to me that's, yes, that was out of the offside line, that umpire has raised his finger. So that was pardon, the second wicket down from Nepal on 25.
There's no doubt the ball is going on to hit the stumps. That ball will cannon into middle probably, in fact middle and off. But the laws of the game indicate that if you're playing a shot, which clearly Rohit Paudel was there, and the impact of the ball is outside the line of the off stump, you cannot be given out. So that was the decision that Durga Subedi had to make. He's adjudicated it's done just enough to hit him in line with off stump, but it was very marginal, to say the least. They're going to continue with Mohammad Wafiq. Going to be clipped away. It was an expensive previous over from him, and Asif Sheikh moves into double figures with a classical cricket shot. Just a leg glance for 4.
Yes, excellent. He has done good. And I think so that bowler, he was trying hard to go on the pads, but just dragging more down the leg side. Bit of wrist work, and there you can see the results. At deep fine leg boundary for 4.
Clipped airily this time. That's very clever cricket. He knew that square leg was up in the circle, and he's just ridden the bounce. Back-to-back boundaries. Finally, the home crowd getting into the game now.
Well, this lad, Asif, is too strong on his wrist. Look at that beauty, again using that perfectly over the fielder and approaching to the boundary line. Couple of bounces, 4 runs. I think he's good to play it towards onside. So fielder should be sent back down deep at deep fine leg. It might be a long leg position to restrict him not to go freely at that place.
I was surprised that they continued with feet, given the success that they're having with the spinner from the far end from Pawandeep Singh. I thought it might have been spin from both ends. The extra pace on the ball, it's often provided run scoring opportunities. Back-to-back boundaries just get things a bit more comfortable for Nepal. Hasn't been a power play that they'll want to remember.
Yes, exactly. Not doing good in that power play. Still, they've got balls to go and overs to left in this power play, but I think so that Malaysia, that spin may work for them, the way that Pawandeep Singh has done here, and pace is not working for them.
Nicely bowled, big swing and a miss. When he releases at full pace with Feek, I think he's very quick. Might be, make an argument, maybe the quickest bowler from all 3 of the sides. Obviously Norman Vanua up there in the mix, Sampal Kami, Karen KC, but I don't think anyone's quicker than Mohammed Wafiq.
Yes, I think that was really a good pace on that delivery and deceived the batter. He was thinking that ball might be going much more towards offside, but it went through underneath of the bat. Lucky, because we had seen Pawandeep Singh dragging the ball on the very first delivery.
Yeah, for Nepal, the most important thing is the win. Picking up their 2nd consecutive win, going to the top of the table with 4 points. It won't guarantee them a place in the final, but it will put them in pole position. So even though at the halfway stage we speculated, is it going to be about a big net run rate boost as well, I think Coach Pabudu Dasanayaka might be thinking, actually, let's just make sure we get the win, take the 4 points.
Yes, exactly. It's a good time to accelerate on the run rate.
Right on the money to finish, and Irie blocks out his first delivery. 5 overs gone. We'll have a commentary change after this. Nepal 34 for 2.
.44 runs for the loss of 2 wickets in the first 5 overs. Nepal losing 2 quick early wickets. Kushal Vurtel gone for 1. And Rohit Paudel was caught leg before by Pawandeep. Both wickets to Pawandeep. Welcome back to the commentary box, Sachin.
Thank you, Prarambha. Pawandeep Singh to continue. He's got the important wicket of Rohit Paudel. 2 brothers for Malaysia, Pawandeep and Virendeep. Virendeep Singh was out first ball of this match. Lofted shot straight down the ground, straight as an arrow, and 1 bounce over the fence. This is a tremendous looking shot. Didn't try to overhit it. The length was there. It was a full delivery from Pawandeep, and look at this. Timing, elegance, and a boundary and offering. Shot wide this time. He's dropped it. Has he? How costly can this drop be? Disappointed here, Pawandeep. The ball was in there for quite a while. It was not a very hard hit shot.
Could have been the 3rd wicket for the spinner.
Let's have a look at this. It is shot wide, cut. Yes, he reached there, got his hands to the ball, but couldn't. Pawandeep Singh disappointed. In fact, the whole team was disappointed. Should have been another wicket for Malaysia.
Pawandeep, he picked 3 important wickets for Malaysia against PNG yesterday.
Shot wide and cut. Insult to injury here for young Pawandeep. There should have been a wicket of Asif. drop wide, and now a boundary, turning into an expensive over this. It is wide, deserved punishment. And all Asif Shah needed to do was find the gap, which he did. Asif Sheikh, in fact, he found the gap with perfection. The crowd in numbers, they've come, and this is still weekdays here in Kathmandu. Good cricket now. Following the boundary with the single down the ground.
12 runs of this over so far from Pawandeep, on the expensive side this time, despite having picked both of the wickets. Ardent followers of the sport in Nepal, and we expect more to come in as this tournament progresses, Sachin.
Looking forward to the Saturday's match. Picked on the full by defender Singhadi, picks up his first run. Why to come for his second there, defender Singhadi? That's the way he approaches his batting. Loves running between the wickets. And that's the end of the 6th over. Nepal 47 for 2.
Power play 2. Second power play. Second power play.
So Vijay Uni has been brought into the attack by Captain Ahmed Fiaz. 47 for 2. Malaysia will need few wickets here. Quick wickets in short intervals, because if they allow Nepal to go on from here, this is game over for Malaysia. The target only 115, I beg your pardon. It was the offside, a bit of hesitation. No harm done, eventually a single for defender Singhadi.
Two bowlers used by Malaysia in the power play, Mohammad Wafiq and Pawandeep Singh. Asif looking comfortable, 28 runs from 18 deliveries.
Both the sides, Paramba, have a pair of brothers playing for them. Pawandeep Singh and Virendip Singh for Malaysia. And the Sheikh brothers, Arif and Asif, the younger Sheikh, in the middle still. Something about the brothers playing the game, isn't it? The Waugh brothers is the pair you'd probably think when it comes to brothers playing the game. They're twins. Andy Frog and Flower from Zimbabwe. The Akmal brothers, Kamran and Umar.
Add Adnan to the list. Kamran, Umar and Adnan Akmal played for Test One-Day Internationals for Pakistan. And the Pandyas in India.
Shot wide, cut hard. And a boundary again for Asif Sheikh in the same manner. This line clearly not working for Malaysia. Brings up 54 runs on the board for Nepal. This is not a very smart blow, you'll have to say. It's very strong. Square of the wicket towards the offside there, Asif Sheikh. The stand's almost full now. The crowd have come in numbers. Brilliant batting. Sensible also, you'll have to say. And this is the end of the 7th over, 55 for 2. Sarvin Muniandi, the player of the match yesterday, yet to do any damage to the scorecard of Nepal. This is first over. Sarvin brought in lead by his captain. I think introducing him in the earlier part would have been the smarter thing to do.
Picked 4 wickets. A second quick running between the wickets. An impressive running from Nepal.
That's Dipendra Singh already for you. He steals runs, always looking for the second run. After taking a quick single, Dipendra Singh already, it pushes his partner as well. You'll have to be careful, Malaysian team. He is one of the most athletic cricketers you'll see around the globe. Dipendra Singh already, short and wide again. The line, particularly from both the spinners and the pacers, has been an issue here.
32-run partnership between the pair, Sachin, and out of those 32 runs, only 3 have come from Dipendra Singh Airi.
He's got only 4 deliveries to deal with. Asif, as the majority of the strike, is the set partner now. Nepal are inching towards an easy victory. Dipendra Singh Airi is going after the second run again. Not to be this time. He's too ambitious at times.
That brings Dipendra on the strike. 3 from 4 so far. Must be oozing in terms of confidence. Is a very confident cricketer.
Sarvin Muniandi, the player of the match in the first outing of Malaysia, and this is a wide. They've not lived up to the expectations, both Sarvin Muniandi and Waqif Irfan. They worked brilliantly in tandem yesterday. There is movement on the track. It's an overcast day, mind you. We'll get some swing in the air as well. The ball will seam after pitching, but Malaysian line has not been that great. Better go down the ground. Only a single this time as well.
Five runs from the over so far with 2 to spare. Nepal 60 on the board for the loss of 2 early wickets.
Tribhuvan identified the slow one pretty easily there. Asif dealt easily for a single. Now if Malaysia cannot pick up few wickets here, this match is going only one way. Nepal would love to chase this target as soon as possible. As you know that the top 2 teams in this tournament will be qualifying to the finals, so they'll have to have a close look at the net run rate as well. Nepal in the second position so far. They'll move to the top if they go on to win this match, which is looking likely. Required run rate only 4.44. And that's the end of the 8th over. 2 down for 62, Nepal. So 115 the target, Nepal well and truly on course of it. 4.42 is the required rate. Dipendra Singh Airi got tempted by the length of Vijay. Was not full enough. This has been a disappointing batting performance. Comes down the track flat. And the umpire will have to signal a 6. Yes, sir. Joining in the party, Dipendra Singh ID comes down the track, gets to the pitch of the delivery, and this is as flat as you can see.
So I'm practicing the same shot early in the morning at the nets.
It was launched. Came down the track. It was a quicker one too, but Dipendra Singh ID executed his plan with perfection. Nearly hit the rollers. He's capable of those. Remember him going for a flat 6 towards the offside against Netherlands in the finals of the previous Tri Nations in the same venue. And that bat speed of Dipendra Singh ID, when he cuts, the ball travels really quick.
Smart cricket out here. A single after a mammoth.
I think the Nepali batsmen from here will look to complete this match as soon as possible. A miracle needed for Malaysia. Nothing short of a miracle will do it for them. They need wickets at regular interval. Turn this time. Slower through the air too.
The pitch has been offering assets for the bowlers, but the Malaysian bowlers so far have not been able to reap benefits except for the 2 early wickets.
Asif has moved on to 38 now. Final delivery of this 9th over coming up. Sweeps it, slog sweep. And the distance is long enough to be called a 6. Second time in this over, Umpire Buddhi Pradhan will have to stretch his hand towards the air. 13 runs of this over. Let's have a look at this in the replay. Offered the flight, it was there. And the middle of the bat connected by Asif Sheikh for another massive 6. So after the end of the 9th over, 75 for 2.
.50-run partnership up between Asif Sheikh and Dipendra Singh ID. 36 came in from Muhammad Asif Sheikh. 2 6s, the mammoth ones in the last over. Dipendra, the more calmer there with 12 from 9.
Amir Zim could not do much with the bat. Oh, beautiful delivery this time. Dipendra Singh ID is very quick. He loves cutting the ball. Doesn't matter even if the ball is close to the stumps, to the off stump. Generates tremendous bat speed. He's very good in the square, both the sides of the wicket, towards the off side, towards the leg side. And he can occasionally come down the track and smash you for 6s.
Azim, 5th bowler to be used by Malaysia in hope of a breakthrough out here.
Turn for Azim, but easily dealt with. 2 runs in collection for Asif, who moves on to 44 and 46 in fact in very quick time. 30 deliveries taken for his 46. A wonderful opportunity for the youngster to get a 50. Dipendra Singh ID can just play around Asif Sheikh, who's going really good. And Nepal now need only 3.52 and over. 115, never enough on this track. Catch it was the call. I think that has gone through the hands of the fielder, in fact all the way to the boundary, and that's a 50 to Asif Sheikh. Well played, young man.
The second T20 international 50 for the talented right-handed batter.
It was short, stayed on the back foot, gave it a full Monty, and he has to consider himself lucky. This would have been a wicket, on any other day, but today is Asif Sheikh's day. Wonderful 50 for the young man. Short, wide, cut, straight to the point fielder though. 15 just 30 deliveries. Wonderful innings.
Nepal cruising in the innings and should not be long from here now.
Much closer to the body this time from Azim. 7 runs of this over. And that's 10 gone. 82 for 2 Nepal, and umpires will invite the drinks for the players. Wonderful shot coming to you live on Kirtipur TV. It's very hazy today, it's overcast. Dark patches of cloud in the sky, threats of rain too. Fortunately for us, the rain has stayed away. The gods have been pretty kind. And we've got 30 overs of play so far without disturbance. Nepal well and truly on course of chasing this target. With me in the commentary box now is my friend Ejaz Ahmed. So that's the scorecard so far, 50 and 33 for Asif Sheikh, who's still there, joined by Dipendra Singh Ari, the former vice captain, 13 of 11. Kushal Bhurtel and Rohit Paudel, the 2 men dismissed. 6 extras. The run rate 8.2, more than enough for Nepal. 2 wickets for Pawandeep Singh, the elder Singh in this Malaysia squad. Waqif Irfan and Sarvin Munianri have not been able to take any wicket today. Expensive Vijay Uni. And then Amir Azam has just bowled his first over and given away 7 runs. So only 2 wickets that have fallen for Malaysia. Not enough, not at all enough. And Nepal now need runs at only 3.3 and over. So this is the aerial view. Lovely cricketing venue this. Lovely cricketing venue. I think the world is watching. Who would not want to come and play in this venue, Ejaj?
Yes, beautiful. Trust me. That when you've been a cricket passionate, if you've been doing commentary, you're playing in a centre, this is really a heaven for you. That you have to come here, and the rest of the world has been watching you. An important message for the Nepal cricket fans: come and watch here.
Bowling change. Right arm over. Thank you.
So live footage is coming on your way from Kirtipur TV, from Kirtipur Cricket Ground, TU Cricket Ground, Kirtipur, and this is where the 3rd ODI of this Tri-Nation Sky Exchange Tri-Nation ODI series is being played. Dipendra Singh Ari hadn't had to do much in this innings, driven firmly down the ground. Took some athletic effort from the fielder to stop that drive from Dipendra Singh Ari. Brings Asif Shah back to the strike. 50 of 33 has been a wonderful innings from Asif.
Yes, no doubt. Asif getting his second 50 in T20. And what about he is, still gets going.
Good Yorker. Syed. The run's not enough at all. Ejaz, 115 on this track. I don't think would be really, I didn't think it would be bothering for Nepali batsmen at all, and that has been the case.
Yes, exactly, you're right. Runs are not been enough in the pockets.
Leading edge. Diving effort, I think, was required. Dipendra Singh Aidi survives though.
Well, really, there was a chance there. Almost 80% of it. 20% the fielder would have to grab it while leaning forward, airborne, and getting it. Miscued, he was trying to go towards onside. I think the bat has just slipped away and missed an opportunity.
Good delivery again. Malaysia, after the second over, at no point of time looked threatening for Nepali batsmen, isn't it? The runs were coming quick and thick. I was appalled by the line bowled by the spinners and even Waqif and Muniandi. They gave too much of room to Nepali batsmen to free their arms. The length was there too. Not exactly how you defend small totals.
Yes, you're right. First of all, the runs on the board, 15 runs, not been a massive call for any side. You've been playing a T20 format of the game. So for that, if you want to take some chances, you have to grab early wickets in power play, like 4 or 5 wickets. That will be the case, that you might be coming into the game. But look at that beauty. They run a ball here and done a good job so far, Nepal.
Chasing requires contain. Oh, this is a fantastic shot. Wonderful looking flick shot. Classy boundary here for Asif Sheikh. That was effortless. Spoils the over of Syed, but this is a fantastic strike from Asif Sheikh. Look at the timing in this shot. This match is going only one way from here. Nepal well and truly on course of winning this match from here, and very convincingly. 11 overs, 91 for 2. Comes down the track. Dipendra Singh Aidi goes towards the offside this time. Does the ball have enough? Falls in the no man's land and goes for a boundary.
Oh, that is where you see that aerial route has been taken. And Azim is not happy the way his fielder has done the effort down there. This has gone too high, enough time in the ball to go underneath of the ball. The long off, but just trying hard to come underneath it. But I think so he has misjudged it, as well as he has about hurt him the way he has landed there on the one knee.
Wanting to finish this in a hurry, comes down the track again. Oh, this time misses it. And Dipendra Singh Aidi, against the run-up play, has lost his wicket. Is disappointed with himself. He's got it because it was there to be hit. The flight was there, but somehow Dipendra Singh Aidi could not judge it and will have to depart.
Yes, a slight bit late, but really a good wicket. There's Aidi. Dipendra Singh goes on this with scoring. Only 21 runs, and there you go. There you see, he's using his feet down the wicket. Well cut by the keeper. So there's another wicket where Nepal will be having down.
Elated Amir Azim. Getting a wicket of Dipendra Singh Aidi means a lot to the associate bowlers. They focus more on the bat speed, more on the power. Could not connect that full delivery from Azim.
Thank you. Left arm round.
So Dilip Nath is the new man in.
Coming left arm over.
Dilip Nath back into the Nepali side after a long, long time. After 4 years, he's made a comeback. Oh, sees a swift shot in the first delivery, takes the leading edge of the ball, and will go to the fence for a boundary. Not anywhere where Dilip Nath intended it to be, but a boundary nevertheless.
Yes, that's what you call a luck. He's gone towards onside, trying to sweep it, top edge, went high. Luckily, no one is there at short fine leg, no one is there at deep fine leg, so he earned lucky 4 runs there. So luck has been favouring to Nepal cricket. They're approaching to 99 with a loss of 3 wickets.
Anything that's pitched up will go, will travel, just like this. Wonderful comeback run here for Dilip Nath. First 2 deliveries, both dispatched for a boundary, and this one much convincing than the previous shot.
Exactly, what a wonderful hit. 100 off for Nepal. They are into the 3 figures, and what a shot. He is just slapping it, completely beaten. All of the fielders there towards onside and getting 6.
Shot, punished. Stop in the boundary reason, but not before Dilip Nath will complete his second run. So 10 of 3. Here to finish it off for Nepal, Dilip Nath.
Well, I think so that, though that one delivery, but he should be running like run a ball. But that's a dot delivery to finish the over off. 12 gone, Nepal, 105 for 3.
Syed Aziz will be bowling the 13th over, which can very well be the last over of this innings. Beautiful, beautiful delivery. Yoked him up. Got his bat down at the right time, Asif Sheikh.
This is really a kind of effort which was required from Malaysian bowlers right from the start. What we have witnessed here, they've been throwing themselves, trying to save boundaries, Yorker length deliveries. I think this has been too late for them, but a good learning lessons.
Trying to come back for a second run. In fact, they have done it. Should have been a better effort from the Malaysian fielders. Shoulders down already now. They know that this match is only going towards Nepal's way.
Yes, exactly. This is all about the body language. When the runs are lesser and your fielders, they've been feeling it, sensing it. Less than 10 runs now. And I think that Nepal has done a good job. Wonderfully, they have displayed their bowling skills and 9 batting. Wonderful.
Inviting this time. Wide signaled by the umpire. The invitation was there from Syed for Asif to go after him. Over the top. They're not connected this time. 7 runs required in 46 deliveries. Nepal all the way. They have been dominant. They've defeated Malaysia in all 3 departments of the game. Batting, bowling and fielding. This target would never bother Nepal unless it was great performance with the ball from Malaysia. This again against the run of play. Nepal loses another wicket. Am I predicting the script way too early? 7 runs required. And that's the dismissal of the set man. He's angry with himself. He wanted to finish it off for his team. 57 for Asif.
Yes, well played. Though that he's gone but dented well. Slicing it towards deep third man, but fairly enough. Good catch. Low down. So there you go. Asif Sheikh departs here on 57 in 38 deliveries, and Nepal losing their 4th wicket on 108.
So Kushal has come out in the middle. Is the other Kushal the Malla? Kushal Bhurtel did not make much difference to the scoring in this innings today. Kushal Malla also doesn't need to do much here, only 7 runs needed. That's, I think, drifting down and missing the leg stump. Umpire thinks similar to me.
Yes, there was Pat involved.
Okay, so we're up here in the crowd at the TU International Cricket Ground. There's smiling faces everywhere. But we want to ask the fans who their favourite Nepal players are. Who's your favourite player?
Sandeep Lamachani!
Sandeep Lamachani. And who's going to win the game?
No female is there.
You in the commentary box, guys.
Down the leg side, it's a wide. And he's really a popular face here in Nepal.
Interesting way to look at the scenario. My friend Azaz was looking for female fans around Andrew, not to be. He's a very popular guy. Andrew loves going to the crowd.
Guys, did that...
That's how much people love cricket in this country. Tries to finish it off with a 6, not to be. Dilip will collect a boundary, collect a single, I beg your pardon. And only for...
Are you coming back to me?
Well, it will be.
Okay, so guys, we are here in the crowd. The drone camera's on us. We've got a big crowd in. This is just game number 3. And the fans, they're out of control. Everywhere. Can't get enough. The head pats are in. And we're going to be coming back to you there in the commentary box. Nepal on the brink of victory.
Down the leg side for a plate for a single. Only 4 runs needed now. 1 hit away now, Nepal, from their second victory in this Tri-Nation Series, the Sky Exchange Tri-Nation Series. The tensest part of the crowd at this point of time. That's where our friend Andrew is. But what matters more is Nepal now approaching towards that victory line. 3 runs now needed of 42 deliveries. Mohammad Waqif Irfan bowling possibly the last over of the match. By the way, it looks Nepal would want to chase this as soon as possible, given the fact that net run rate will come into play in this series. It's a triangular series. The top 2 go to the finals and the winner takes the trophy. It's a beautiful trophy in offering in this Sky Exchange Tri-Nation Series in T20 format. We've had an ODI series that Papua New Guinea won, defeated Nepal convincingly. Down the ground, still no boundary.
Well, I think that if Kushal Malla can drive it through the covers, can go towards mighty hit, deep mid-wicket, somewhere at long on, getting a 6, and you will hear the roar of the crowd, the jubilation, and Nepal will be winning it with a comfortable margin.
Kushal Malla, he has all the shots on the book, still no proper connection. Now it's a contest between Nath and Kushal Malla as to who will finish this match for Nepal. 1 hit away, mind you.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes it happens that a bowler might be doing a no ball, a wide, but that's the happiness of a win, because victory is always cheering you. Your ranking, your team, your confidence, your coaches, your cricket associations, everything has been gone up with a big victory.
And it's always different to finish it off in style with a boundary, isn't it? Mohammad Irfan able to contain the Nepali batsmen at this occasion too. Now this is a contest. If you want to finish with a boundary, do something special here. That's what Irfan is saying.
Yes, exactly. I think that they've been more happy and enthusiastic for hitting a big hit rather than watching the ball closely. Look at that. You were just not hitting that ball in line like on merit. It was almost towards offside. A drive should be there. But I think so he's more happy, more cheerish in his heart just to have a big hit.
This time, much better connection, and the ball will travel all the way, and it's Dilip Nath, the left-hander, will finish it off for Nepal. A very, very convincing victory for the home side here. They've completed the target in only 13.4 overs. It was a small target, mind you, but they've held their nerves, and this is a fantastic victory. Second for Nepal in this tourney. And an easy victory, you'll have to say. Nepal wins by 6 wickets.
Yes, excellent. Really a good game of display. That's what we witness here from Nepal cricket team. And people, they are now leaving it with a big heart, big win. Their team has made them happy. What they have paid has been worth for. But we have seen that Malaysia falling short of runs, not being able to cross 150. 150 not being a big deal in T20 format. So power play, lots of time, has been the decider in T20. But today, that Malaysia really should have done better because they won the previous game. The confidence was there.
And that kiss on the bat from Dilip Nath says it all, isn't it? He's come back after a long time into the Nepali squad. He's a talented left-hand batsman. Dilip Nath was out of form, dropped, has come back. Cannot say he's made a mark, but he has stayed not out, scoring 3 boundaries. And this has been an easy win for Nepal, who now have the advantage in this series. Malaysia 1 win and a loss with them. Papua New Guinea lost a close contest. Sandeep Lamisani must be a happy captain, a happy skipper.
Yes, exactly. Sandeep, no doubt, really a good captain. He leads the side well. What we witness in ODI, in T20, really impressive cricketer. Humble human being, and what a superb leader. And surely be taking Nepal on top of the chart here in this competition, in this Troy series, which has been brought to you in a really tremendous manner. Would it witness that Nepal cricket team, they're all happy, topping the chart now but after 2 wins. Before this, Malaysia was at the top because of the run rate, but now that Nepal cricket team, after this big win, surely goes up.
Nepal has won this match by 6 wickets. This is the first one-sided affair since Papua New Guinea landed Nepal. It has always been a contest not to beat. Today Nepal's too good for Malaysia. Now let's just have a look at the batting card. A convincing looking batting card for Nepal. Kushal Bhurtel out early for a single. Asif 57 of 38. Surely the best batter in this Nepal scorecard. Rohit Paudel 12 of 10. Devendra Singh Adi was there. 21 of 17 got out. Stumped by Azim. And Dilip Nath and Kushal Malla eventually finishing it off in Nepal. 15 for Dilip Nath, the comeback man. And Kushal Malla 2 for him. 8 extras. The target not enough at all. Not enough. The bowlers could not defend 115, and you cannot blame the bowlers because the batters didn't do job good enough. 2 wickets for Pawandeep, 1 each for Amir and Syed Aziz. Vijay Unni and Amir, both of them going expensive. So no bowler producing a miraculous kind of a spell which was needed to defend this small total from Malaysia. So that's the result. Malaysia 114 for 8. 32 Ahmed Zubaidi. Very slow Captain Ahmed Faz. They could only manage 114. Excellent bowling from Nepal. 2 wickets for each for Sandeep and Karan. And Nepal finishing it off in style in the 14th over and winning this match easily by 6 wickets. So that's my partner Ejaz Ahmed from Pakistan witnessing a great match again. The 3rd match, Nepal going on to win this rather easily.
Yes, exactly. No other opinion that Nepal played extremely well today. And we were talking about the captain Sandeep. I think he utilized his bowlers properly. The The batting order has been perfect. So you can see that the body language of the players. The coach, when they are supporting you, when the captain is supporting you, so you can perform in the center. So this win will go a long way for Nepal and surely be peaking on the top of the chart in this Tri-Nation series.
For the fans, though, they would have wanted a contest rather, but not to be, and that's a massive advantage for Nepal. They're on the top of the table now, and they also have a good net run rate. It's always important, mind you, this is a Tri-Nation Cup. The top two teams will go and play for the title, for the trophy, and the finals to be played later this week. So my friend Azaz has been with me. It has been a wonderful display of cricket, especially by Nepal. Malaysia would not be very happy with their performance today. And this TU ground, as always, has had a number of spectators, ardent fans to come. Now let's have a look at the boundaries scored in this innings.
Brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
TVS Apache boundaries. Brought to you by TVS Apache. Stylish looking boundaries off the pads of Asif Sheikh. Is known for those elegant shots.
Yes, exactly. We did see that when a batter is having varieties of shots. So you can see these all along the carpet. Look at that beautiful late cut between the two fielders. Pick up the spot nice and easily. Also, as we witnessed, back upline deliveries, a shot towards offside, and these are really competent sort of batter who can really play those on the back foot, miscued and going towards extra cover. What importance was there? And those are all classy shots. A couple of times we did see that the batter was using his feet, not been a good attempt to save that boundary. Towards onside, that was a top edge. No one was patrolling there. And far leg boundary, so the ball races down to the boundary line for 4. Then that was the winning moment for Nepal. Excellent, beauty.
Fours brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
So those were the stylish boundaries that Nepali batsmen struck. And now let's have some towering sixes hit by Nepali batsmen in this innings.
Sixes brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Gyalma Plus Jasta Pata.
Sixes brought to you by Jagdamba Stills, and massive hit this. Flat, straight back past the bowler. This was another huge hit. Previously it was Dipender Singh Aidi, this time Asif Sheikh.
Sixes brought to you by Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Jagdamba Gyalma Plus Jasta Pata.
Sometimes you feel only 6 runs not enough for the length of the shot, isn't it? That was a massive hit, the second 6 by Asif Sheikh. Nepali batsmen did not have to do much because the runs were offered rather easily by the Malaysian bowlers. Now let's have a look at the wickets. 4 wickets have fallen.
Brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
So there you go, the first one to go down to the deeper wicket when he was trying to clear Vishal. And then we have seen again he did make mistake on the previous field, but now taking a good catch. But I think so that was pretty late, that wicket. Hitting right in front of. Lucky that Marty the ball has been hitting, pitching towards out of the off-stump line, and batter didn't know that. Use a beat, but gone in vain. Azim was happy at that time by taking that wicket. And that was again going up high, third man, and good catch. Right in front of him, tipping down, but covering a good ground. Starting down and getting.
Wickets brought to you by TVS Apache RTR 200 4V Racing DNA on less.
So a couple of wickets gone against the run of play. Dipender Singh Aidi and Asif Sheikh both dismissed when it was not looking likely for Malaysian bowlers, but never a threatening situation for Nepal. The Malaysian side not being able to pick up those regular wickets, could not contend as well. And when you contend, or when you're looking to defend totals, you either contend or take wickets. And at this point in this innings, Malaysia needed to do both. They could not do both, the Malaysian bowling lineup.
Yes, exactly, you're right. Malaysian cricketers, they were below par today, though that we witnessed the best game of cricket yesterday from them. They displayed extremely good skills, but not been able to whip up today in this game against Nepal.
So we've had a one-sided affair today. Nepal easily beating Malaysia. Malaysia have not looked the side they looked yesterday against Papua New Guinea. They defeated Papua New Guinea by 8 runs, who had the better hold of this ground. They understood the pitch better, Papua New Guinea, but Malaysia came in really strong and defeated them.
Yes, about the surface, 22 yards, what we have witnessed today, it was full of runs. 2 ODIs were played here, so you can expect that team batting first can be scoring 150 plus.
So our friend Prarambha is out there in the center, and he is up there for the presentation party.
Well, thank you guys in the commentary box. We are all set and prepared for the post-match presentation. And for this post-match presentation, I'd like to invite with us the Managing Director of Gyre Services, Amit Kumar Pokhrel. Welcome, sir. Alongside, I'd also like to invite the consultant for Prabhu Pay, Randhir Singh. And now we begin with the Gyre move of the match. So the Gyre move of the match, despite several amazing performances, this time goes to Sandeep Lamichhane for his 2 wickets, giving away 27 runs in his 4 overs. So the Gyre, Sandeep, I request you to receive the check and the gift hampers. All right, Sandeep, we'll have to invite you again one more time after we are done with some more formalities out here. Moving on with the presentation party out here, I'd like to invite captain of the losing team, Malaysia. I'd like to invite Faiz if he's around. Ahmad Faiz, the captain of the Malaysian team. Malaysia won the toss, decided to bat first and put up 114 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Faiz himself had a great performance in the previous match, so we're just waiting for him. There were amazing performances from the Malaysian squad earlier in the T20 International match against PNG. A historic performance for them, a historic win for them as well, and they definitely would be looking forward to the series. There he comes. So Faiz, can we please have you for a brief conversation? Won the toss, decided to bat first. Would you have done now after the match is over? How do you assess that decision?
Of course, we still believe that we can go into bat first. That's our strength. But unfortunately, the run's not there. Too many dot balls in between, so that's why we couldn't give that, give runs to Nepal to chase.
Considering your own performance, you stayed there for some time, but were not able to, gain some momentum in that innings. How do you assess your own performance today?
Of course, below par as previous games. We didn't do much in terms of strike rate. It's a bit slow for me, and due to wickets, a new wicket, and of course the delivery that I've done on the pitch is not enough.
So how do you what do you take as your learning from this match as you move ahead in this series?
We just need to move on, be more positive afterwards, and then of course runs is matter for us. So whatever I said, whoever we played against, and we have to bring better runs.
Thank you so much, Faiz, for talking to us. Have a good stay and have a good rest of the tournament as well.
Thank you.
All right, so that was Ahmad Faiz, the captain of the Malaysian squad. And now I have the captain of the winning team, first of all. And it is none other than the move of the match winner as well, Sandeep Lamichhane. So good to see him all the time and always here. Sandeep, lost the toss. You said you would have wanted to bowl first as well. How do you assess this entire performance from your team?
It's a brilliant teamwork. I mean, from the bowling perspective, the power play and the death overs, especially, the way fast bowlers held their nerve and bowled on the right area. Special mention to Dipendra Singh Eri coming and bowling to, in situation like this. I mean, hats off to his spell. And complete team effort. Batting wise, Asif took the team to the end, and good to see Dilip also, joined the company. So pretty happy.
Young squad, and especially one over from Kushal Malda also picked a very crucial wicket. How do you assess the growth of young players in your team, including Malda himself?
See, it's a team with a lot of hope. So in future, and Mala is one of them. And if you see, he came for the 1 over only, and he showed that belief in me as a captain. If you get that kind of belief from your own players, you always gonna help the team to win the matches. And he bowled that 1 over beautifully. And sorry, I couldn't call him back again because there was a plan accordingly. And well done to everyone.
Congratulations to you, and best wishes for the rest of the series. So that was Sachin. In fact, that was Sachin reminding me of Sachin Tendulkar out there. Sandeep Lamisani, our captain of the winning team. And now the player of the match goes to, for his very impressive innings in the chase of Nepal. 57 runs from 38 deliveries. None other than Asif Sheikh. Asif, please receive your winner's check and trophy as well. Let's have a brief chat with our man of the match today, Asif. So what was the plan, and how did you all, plan your own innings out there?
Yeah, I got a good start in early 6 over, and I was looking to finish the game, but unfortunately I couldn't do it. I got a good start yesterday as well, so I was looking to continue that form, and luckily I was able to do it, but the idea was to finish the game. I'll try to do it in the next game.
What was the directive from the coach and the captain in the camp?
Yeah, as I said, the idea was to finish the game because I got a good start in early 6 over. And we lost two wickets early, so that's why I was set on the wicket. My job was to finish the game, and I was looking to finish the game, but unfortunately I couldn't do it.
2 wins in 2 matches for Nepal. How is the entire mood in the camp, given the fact that the Nepal team right now, is quite very young, including players like yourself?
Yeah, we have been playing very decent cricket so far, and we would like to continue the same spirit as the remaining games, and the dressing room is very positive, so we would like to continue that.
Thank you so much, Asif, and wish you very best for the rest of the matches in the tournament.
Thank you. Cheers.
So that was Asif, the player of the match, impressive innings, and that's all for now from the presentation party. Back to the commentary box.
So the gyre move of the match, Sandeep Lamisani, the skipper, for his 2 wickets in 4 overs, giving 27 runs, and Asif Sheikh, of course, the player of the match.
Great, and there you go. Nepal at the top. 2 matches, 2 wins, and 4 points. Malaysia coming on second with 1 win in 2 games. PNG yet to taste the victory.
So Nepal now on top, and their net run rate also impressive because they've won this match really very convincingly. Nepal easily defeating Malaysia this time, and Malaysia not the team they were yesterday against Papua New Guinea. Ejaz, this has been a wonderful display of batting, bowling and fielding from the home team.
Yes, exactly. No doubt that when you're playing at home.
So that's all we have from the commentary box and live broadcasting. We'd like to hand it over to our friend Sabina.
Thank you very much, Sachin and Ejaz. नेपालले मलेसियालाई 6 विकेटले पराजित गरेको छ र लगातार दोस्रो जित हात पारेको छ। ट्राई नेसन सिरिजमा पहिलो खेलमा पपुवा न्युगिनीलाई पराजित गरेको थियो र मलेसियामाथि T20I मा नेपालले लगातार तेस्रो खेल जितेको हो। मलेसियाले दिएको 114 रनको लक्ष्य नेपालले 13.4 ओभरमा मात्र 4 विकेटको क्षतिमा पूरा गर्यो। आसिफ शेखले निकै नै राम्रो प्रदर्शन गरे, 57 रनको उनले योगदान गरे र उनको यो T20I मा इन्डिभिजुअल हाईएस्ट रन हो। ओभरअल आजको खेल कस्तो रह्यो त हामीसँग गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ सुभाष हुमागाई, स्पोर्ट्स जर्नलिस्ट। स्वागत छ यहाँलाई।
धन्यवाद।
114 रनको लक्ष्य त्यति जुन मलेसियाले बनाएको थियो र 115 रन जुन नेपालको लागि एकदमै सहज भयो। कस्तो रह्यो नेपालको ब्याटिङ साइड?
आज एकदम इजी विन भयो हैन जब भनौँ न टप अर्डर अब आसिफ शेखको रन विशेष गरी नेपालको लागि निकै महत्त्वपूर्ण हुनेछ किनभने अलिकति फर्मको लागि नयाँ रनहरू खोजिरहनु भएको थियो उहाँले र आजको इनिङ उहाँको लागि कन्फिडेन्स बिल्डअपको लागि निकै राम्रो हुनेछ
सुरुवात नेपालले अपेक्षा गरे अनुसार भएन हैन निकै नै सानो भनौँ न मध्यम लक्ष्य थियो यो कुशल भुर्तेल फेरि एकपटक उनको ब्याट राम्रोसँग चल्न सकेन उनी फर्ममा आउने प्रयास गरिरहेका थिए तर आज पनि उनी एकदमै मात्र एक रनमा पभिलियन फर्किए हामी कुशल भुर्तेलको यो फर्मको कुरा गरौँ अलिकति
फर्म लास्ट म्याच चाहिँ अलिकति अनलकी भन्नुपर्छ हैन जुन किसिमको रनआउट थियो उहाँकै कल थियो आसिफसँग अलिकति समन्वयको कमीको कारण आउट हुनुभयो निकै राम्रो टचमा पनि देखिनुभएको थियो आज चाहिँ लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर मैले भन्दै गरेको थिएँ अलिक स्ट्रगल गर्न सक्छौँ किनभने हामी आफ्नै स्पिनर हाम्रो राम्रो नभएको हुनाले चाहिँ नेट्समा पनि त्यो किसिमको एउटा बलिङ नभइरहेको हुनसक्छ होइन र पवनदीपले जस्तो किसिमको विकेट लिनुभयो त्यसपछि त्यो सेलिब्रेसनले नै बताउँथ्यो कि कतिको ठुलो थियो मलेसियाको लागि त्यो विकेट सो कुशल भुर्तेल रनको लागि स्ट्रगल तर मलाई लाग्दैन कि हामीले अहिले नै उहाँको रन बनेन भन्ने सोच्नुपर्ने अवस्था छ किनभने उहाँको क्लास हामीले देखेका छौँ लगातार र आशा गरौँ अब आउने 2 गेममा उहाँबाट रन आउनेछ
रोहित पौडेल पनि 12 रनमा आउट भएपछि नेपाल एक समय 25 रन 2 विकेटको स्थितिमा थियो त्यहाँबाट आसिफ र दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरीले 70 रनको पार्टनरसिप अगाडि लग्दै नेपाललाई सहज जित दिलाए यी दुई बीचको पार्टनरसिप रनिङ बिट्विन द विकेट्स दुई बीचको कम्बिनेसनको कुरा गरौँ न कसरी रह्यो पार्टनरसिप
टोटली डोमिनेटेड बाई आसिफ जस्तो हामीले देख्यौँ उहाँको स्ट्रोक प्लेहरू एकदम राम्रो स्ट्रोक प्लेयरको रूपमा चिन्नुहुन्छ र आजको गेममा पनि देख्यौँ पावर प्लेको विशेष गरी फाइदा जुन ग्यापहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो ग्यापहरू भेटाउनु भएको थियो लगातार रन बनिरहेको थियो र दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले हामीले देखेको छौँ कि बााउन्ड्री नभए तापनि उहाँले 1-2 गरेर इनिङ्सको एउटा पेस जुन हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ अगाडि बढाइरहनुहुन्छ र आसिफको जुन स्ट्रोक ब्याङ एबिलिटी छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ दिपेन्द्रको लगातार रन बन्ने जुन एउटा क्षमता छ त्यसले चाहिँ झन् सहयोग गरिरहेको हुन्छ किनभने डट बल हुँदैन र प्रेसर पनि हुँदैन त्यसको लागि
हामीले देखिरहेका थियौँ आसिफको ब्याटबाट बााउन्ड्रीहरू लागिरहेको थियो र दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरीले चाहिँ 1 लाई 2 बनाउने प्रयास गरिरहेका थिए र आसिफलाई कुनै समय त्यो अलिकति गाह्रो पनि भयो होला किनकि दिपेन्द्रले एकमा मात्र हुने ठाउँमा 2 रन पनि बनाइरहेका थिए हैन र आजको खेलमा अब दिलीप नाथले T20 आईमा डेब्यू गरे र उनले जुन हिसाबको ब्याटिङ गरे फिनिशिङमा आएर उनको यो डेब्यू म्याच तपाईले आज जर्नलिस्टको हिसाबले हेर्दाखेरि उनको यो प्रदर्शनबाट कतिको खुसी हुनुभयो
एकदम खुसी अब दिलीप नाथले रन जोड्नु मात्र हैन कि जुन किसिमको फिनिशिङ गर्नुभयो हो आज प्रेसर थिएन तर उहाँलाई अलिकति अप द अर्डर नै पठाएको जस्तो लाग्छ किनभने हामीसँग आरिफ शेख अझै पनि बाँकी हुनुहुन्थ्यो हैन कुशल मल्लभन्दा अगाडि आउनु भएको थियो किनभने उहाँलाई टेस्ट यो लेभलमा टेस्ट गर्नु थियो डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेटमा उहाँले जुन किसिमको फिनिशिङ नेपाल पुलिस क्लबलाई गर्नुभएको थियो लास्ट पीएम कपमा उहाँले नयाँ रोलमा किनभने उहाँ अहिले चाहिँ टप अर्डरबाट मिडल अर्डर आउनु भएको छ नेपाललाई एउटा लेफ्ट ह्यान्डेड ब्याट्सम्यानको अप्सन पनि थियो र जुन किसिमको प्रदर्शन उहाँबाट भएको छ राम्रो सङ्केत छ आशा गरौँ अब नेपाललाई आवश्यक जहाँ आज त्यति आवश्यक त थिएन तर उहाँलाई टेस्ट जुन प्रशिक्षक पुबुदुले गर्नुभएको छ त्यो एकदम राम्रो सङ्केत गएको छ र आशा गरौँ अब आउने खेलमा जब उहाँको आवश्यकता पर्छ लेफ्ट ह्यान्डेड ब्याट्सम्यान एट्याकिङ इन्टेन्ट एकदम राम्रो नेपालको लागि
मलेसियाको कुरा गर्ने हो भने पवनदीपले सुरुवातमै राम्रो सुरुवात दिलाएका थिए आफ्नो साइडलाई तर त्यो अनुसार अब उनीहरू रहन सकेन नेपालले निकै राम्रो ब्याटिङ गर्यो र अलिकति फिल्डिङ साइडमा पनि कहीँ चुक्यो मलेसिया
फिल्डिङ साइडमा चुक्यो भन्दा पनि एउटा 50-50 भनौँ न एउटा एकदम राम्रो अटेम्प थियो क्याचको लागि आसिफको जुन क्याच लिएको भए खेल अलिकति टाइट हुन सक्थ्यो म जित्छ त भन्न सक्दिनँ किनभने जुन किसिमको हाम्रो ब्याटिङ भनौँ न मलेसियाको बलिङको अगेन्स्टमा जुन हामीले ब्याटिङ गरिरहेको छौँ पछिल्लो समय पनि आसिफको त्यो क्याच समाएको भए खेल अझै अलिकति टाइट हुन सक्थ्यो होला तर जुन किसिमको ब्याटिङ आसिफले गरेका थिए आज क्रेडिट दिनुपर्छ उनलाई उनको स्ट्रोकले र मलेसियाको फिल्डिङको कुरामा निकै सानो टोटल थियो मार्जिन अफ एरर कम थियो र त्यो क्याच लिनुपर्ने नै थियो यदि खेलमा के चाहन्थ्यो भने
नेपालले अब लगातार 2 जित हात पारेको छ 2 खेलबाट 4 अङ्क जोडिसकेको छ र फाइनल पुग्ने सम्भावना बलियो बनाएको छ र अब भोलि पीएनजीसँग खेल्दैछ भोलि जित्यो भने त फाइनलमा हुनेछ यो दुईटा जितपछि अब भोलि पीएनजी विरुद्ध तेस्रो खेलमा उत्रिँदा नेपाली टिमको मोरल कस्तो रहन्छ के हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ
नेपाल लगातार दोस्रो जित हैन अब भनौँ टिम एउटा कम्बिनेसन एउटा ट्रायल पनि भयो आज मलाई लाग्छ भोलि पनि अब भोलि चाहिँ फाइनल जितेर भनौँ न त्यसअघि चाहिँ एउटा आदिल अन्सारी जो टिममा भर्खरै आउनु भएको छ हैन उहाँलाई पनि एउटा ट्रायल गर्ने अवसर हुनसक्छ भनौँ न सागर ढकाल जो लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर हामीले खेलाइरहेका छौँ सो भोलिको टिममा अब भोलि विन लिएपछि चाहिँ लास्ट गेममा चाहिँ 1-2 चेन्ज गरेर फाइनलको लागि तयारी गर्ने अवसर हुनसक्छ
अब पीएनजीले 2 खेल हारिसकेको छ अब आज मलेसिया हारिसकेपछि पीएनजीको पनि केही सम्भावना बाँकी रहेको छ हैन सो पीएनजी अब भोलि उत्रिदा नेपाल विरुद्ध उत्रिदाखेरि अलिकति फरक ढङ्गले उत्रेला उले रेस्ट पनि पाएको छ आज हैन ब्याक टु ब्याक म्याचहरू भइरहेको थियो भोलिको सिनारियोले डिफरेन्ट हुन सक्छ
लगातार 2 हारपछि अलिकति प्रेसर त हुन्छ नि अझै भनौँ न ओडिआईमा 2-0 को जितपछि त अझै भनौँ न आशा पनि बढेको छ टिमबाट भनौँ रिजल्ट ओरिएन्टेड हुन सक्छ हैन तर लगातार दुईहरुले पनि T20 क्रिकेट हो जुन किसिमको खेलाडी PNG सँग छ हामीले देखेका छौं नर्मन भानुवा वान अफ द बेस्ट अलराउन्डर्स इन एसोसिएटेड क्रिकेट सो भोलिको गेममा चाहिँ PNG जितकै लागि जान्छ तर त्यो भन्दा बढी नेपाललाई एउटा भनौँ न फाइनल पुगेर एउटा गेम एउटा जुन ट्रायलको लागि छ हामी किनभने अहिले चाहिँ 2023 को वर्ल्ड कपलाई टार्गेट गरेर जुन हेरिरहेका छौं त्यही भएर प्लेयर पुल बढाउनको लागि चाहिँ नेपालले भोलि जिताएर फाइनल गेममा चाहिँ केही भनौँ न अलिकति एक्सपेरिमेन्टेसन गर्ने अवसर हुन सक्छ
भोलिको म्याचमा अब नेपाल भर्सेस PNG बीच छ हैन लगातार खेलिरहेका छन् PNG र नेपालले हामी T20 आइमा भोलि कुनै एउटा सेन्चुरी एक्सपेक्ट गर्न सक्छौं के लाग्छ यहाँलाई
टस नै इम्पोर्टेन्ट हुन्छ किनभने अब भनौँ चेजमा जति चाहिँ फर्स्ट इनिङमा एउटा ब्याट्सम्यानलाई इजी हुन्छ सेन्चुरी हान्ने चेजमा त्यति नै गाह्रो हुन्छ त्यही भएर चाहिँ अब नेपालले पहिलो ब्याटिङ गर्यो भने भनौँ न सेन्चुरी नै भन्न त सकिदैन तर एउटा बिग इनिङ्स अझै पनि भनौँ न आज जुन आसिफले 57 खेलेर एउटा नट आउट फिनिश गरेर जानुहुन्छ कि भन्ने अपेक्षा थियो जुन त्यो किसिमको चाहिँ हुन सकेन उहाँ दुर्भाग्यवश आउट हुनुभयो तर T20 आई सेन्चुरी भनौँ चाहिँ अब एक्सपेक्टेसन त सबैले गरेका छौँ हैन प्रशिक्षक पुबुदुले एउटा बिग स्कोर जुन नेपाली क्रिकेटमा खड्किरहेको छ T20 आईमा त्यो चाहिँ पुरा गर्ने अब भोलि टसले नै त्यो चाहिँ बताउनेछ कस्तो हुनेछ भन्ने
थ्यांक यू भेरी मच सुभाष यस समयको लागि थ्यांक यू नेपाल र मलेसिया बीचको पहिलो खेल यो सिरिजको पहिलो खेल सकिएको छ नेपालले 6 विकेटको सहज जित हात पारेको छ मलेसिया विरुद्ध र लगातार दोस्रो जित हात पारेको छ 2 खेलबाट 4 अङ्क जोडेको छ नेपालले PNG लाई 15 रनले हराएको थियो आफ्नो पहिलो खेलमा र यो 2 खेलबाट 4 अङ्क जोडेसँगै नेपालको फाइनल पुग्ने सम्भावना निकै नै बलियो भएको छ मलेसियाको 2 खेलमा यो पहिलो हार हो मलेसियाले पनि आफ्नो पहिलो खेलमा पपुवा